Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Broadcast crew is ready in the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. Exclusive pre-game coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Renegades Radio Network and the Show Me Sports Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth.
Just about ready to go for some Renegades baseball against the Joplin Outlaws. Beautiful rendition of the anthem just completed, along with one of the fans on the field to yell, "Play ball." So we are just about ready to go. As starting pitcher Ethan Sally throws his warm-up pitches. So before we get this one underway, a little bit more about last night's contest between these two teams. Renegades jumped out to an early lead. Like I mentioned, Ty Wilmsmeyer had the 2 RBI double. That was early in the ball game, and at the time gave the Renegades a 2-0 lead. They later extended it to 3-0, and then after a home run to right center field, went up 5-1 at one point in the ball game, but then it was all Joplin from there, at least until the 9th inning. Joplin scored 2 in the 7th to make it a 5-3 ball game, and then 3 in the 8th to take the lead 6-9. And after recording the first out of the bottom of the 9th inning, the Renegades were down by a run and down to their last 2 outs, but then they really got to work. A couple of walks, a couple of singles, and a couple batters later, they were in business with bases loaded, 1 out. Adonis Forte took a stone cold walk on a 3-2 pitch that would tie the game, still with 1 out. And after the second out was recorded, in stepped tonight's starting pitcher Ty Wilmsmeyer, who lined one to first base. First baseman was able to get in front of it, but once he kicked off him, the speed of Wilmsmeyer allowed him to beat it to the first base bag, and that was all she wrote for last night's ball game. As once Wilmsmeyer was ruled safe, game-winning run crossed at home plate, and the Renegades took it in 7-6 final. So we're just about ready to go now for second of 4 straight games between these two squads, and the second game played in a row before tomorrow's off day. We'll be back at it in Jefferson City at Vivian Field on Wednesday evening. Ross Lovich now into the batter's box, pinch hit and recorded the first out of the night last night in the 9th inning, and now he's in the starting lineup. Here's a delivery, and that misses away, ball 1, and we are officially underway here in Joplin. Lovich in center field tonight, seen him play all over the outfield so far this season. Lines this one out to the right center field gap, and that's going to go all the way into the alley. Lovich takes a turnaround first. He's headed to second base. Just now getting the ball in right field is Chun. Lovich is going to make the turn and come to third. The slide, the tag. Ball gets away. Lovich is in there at third, but he'll stay right there. Leadoff triple for Ross Lovich way out in that right center field gap onto that hill beyond the track in right field. And by the time Chun got to that ball in right field, it was a slide into third base for Ross Lovich, and way to get things started for the Renegades. Interesting setup here at this ballpark. Beyond the track in right field, there is a hill before you actually get to the fence. So with how that ball was hit into the gap, it rolled up that hill. So it was a very long run for both Carpenter and Chun out there. First pitch is going to be a called strike to the number 2 hitter, Colton Doyle. Just underway here in Joplin, Missouri. Ross Lovich led off this ballgame with a triple to right center field. Now leads off third. This one just misses. That'll even things up at 1-1. Ball did get away on that throw to third on the triple, but it kicked off the dugout and stayed in, and Lovich smartly stayed at third with no outs. This one misses low and away, and now 2-1 the count after back-to-back balls to DH Colton Doyle. Doyle wearing number 17 from Columbia, Missouri, spending this summer with the Renegades. 2-1 pitch now on the way. This one is swung and line to third. That's going to get into left field, down the left field line. Lovich trots home. Doyle makes the turn. He's going to head to second base, and he will slide in there safely with an RBI double, scoring Ross Lovich. And 2 batters in. Renegades lead this one 1-0 on the RBI double by Colton Doyle just inside the left field line. Long made the dive at third base but could not come up with the ball. And by the time Cooper went over to get it in left field, Doyle was sliding into second base, and the Renegades have really got something cooking here early. So now still nobody out. Doyle takes his lead at second. Another runner in scoring position for the Renegades early on in this one. And it'll be Luke Fuller. First pitch to him, misses away. That's ball 1. Fuller playing right field tonight for the Renegades. Now heading this one 1-0 count. Doyle not a huge lead off second base. Bressler shades the bag a little bit, not right on top of it. Quick look back by Sally, now brings it home. This one will once again miss off, and now 2-0 the count to Luke Fuller. Just underway, Ross Lovich led off this ball game with a deep triple to right center field, and Colton Doyle brought him home on an RBI double, just pulled inside the left field line, and still nobody out, runner on second for Luke Fuller. His pitches it down the right field line. This one curving towards the foul line. It is going to drop in, and that's a fair ball down the line, and it kicks away into the corner. On his way to third and in to score is Colton Doyle. Luke Fuller making the turn. He heads into third base, and he is going to be out at third base on the relay toss. It was tough whether one, ball was going to be caught out in right field by Chund, and then whether it was going to be stay fair. It was not caught, and it stayed fair, so Colton Doyle was able to trot on home. Luke Fuller tried to stretch it into a triple where he was thrown out. But you will take the run scoring on that, so 1 out into this ball game. It is 2-0 Renegades. That'll go down as a double, RBI double, and an out at third base for Luke Fuller. So now after that first out is recorded, TJ Rockerbomber will step in for the Renegades. Rockerbomber came on and reached base in that 9th inning last night as a pinch hitter, replacing Horschler. Part of the 2-run comeback for the Renegades in the 9th. This one misses outside. That'll even things up at 1-1 to Rockerbomber. 4th batter of the ball game for the Renegades, and they are already up 2-0 in their second home game of the season due to a couple of rainouts. This one swung just off the end of the bat, and that's easy play at first. Lotz got it, steps on the bag, and that's out number 2, retiring Rockerbomber. And Sally, now with no one on, was able to make quick work there of Rockerbomber. That'll go on the ground out to the third baseman for out number 2. So now the second of 2 Loviches to bat this inning, this time at Jackson Lovich. He steps in shortstop. Bats from the right side, looks to extend this inning with 2 outs and nobody on. Swung it high in the air down the right field line, but that'll get into the stands, actually over the stands, for strike 1. Back into the lineup, Sally delivers. This one is swung and grounded back up the middle. Long range for Bressler. He's got it. Long throw to first and in time. Nice play there by Caden Bressler to get the 3rd out of the inning. Moving to his right, and then long throw to first for the out. 3 outs recorded, but 2 runs in for the Renegades. They strike with a couple of long extra base hits, and we'll head to the bottom of the first where Ty Wilmsmeyer will take the mound already with a lead. Don't go anywhere.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Alrighty, back for the bottom of the first inning here in Joplin, Missouri, for the second of two straight matchups, the first two of the season between the Jefferson City Renegades and the Joplin Outlaws. I'm Ben Schmidt. Thanks for being with us tonight on the Show Me Sports Network. And the Renegades already have a lead as I sit here in the press box getting ready to tell you the three batters that will lead things off for Joplin this first inning. It'll be Corey Siracusa, Caden Bressler, and Michael Long. Max Bruff in the cleanup spot if any of them reach. And they will face, making his first start of the season, Ty Wilmsmeyer. Been playing outfield and batting right in the middle of the lineup for the Renegades all season long, and now will take the mound. Was kind enough to join us last night after the game and said something he used to do in high school, now picking it back up a little bit, and we'll see how his debut goes here tonight. Renegades scored 2 runs on an RBI double, actually 2 RBI doubles. Second one, runner was thrown out trying to stretch him to triple. But regardless, 2-0 lead for Wilmsmeyer as he fires in a strike there to begin his evening. Facing the catcher, Siracusa. Wilmsmeyer did say he'd be on a pitch count this evening. Don't know what that number is as he misses low and inside for ball 1 here. But you'd like to see him attack the zone. Last night he did say, because he was a designated hitter, so did not have to play the field last night, said that he was taking the opportunity to look and find some holes and swings, stuff he could bring into his start tonight. 1-1 pitch is bounced in there, blocked by the catcher Rocker Bomber, but that'll be ball 2 to Siracusa. Wilmsmeyer pitching out of the windup, already on the mound, waiting for Siracusa to step back into the box, and now ready for the 2-1. This one swung and fouled off back off the netting. Was a late on that one. That'll even things up at 2-2. First batter Ty Wilmsmeyer is facing as a pitcher for the Renegades. Wilmsmeyer waiting for Syracuse, who now steps back into the batter's box. Light wave of the bat over his right shoulder, and the 2-2. It is swung on and missed, blew it by him, and one bat, 1 strikeout for Ty Wilmsmeyer. Gets the strikeout swinging on his pitching debut. Good start for Wilmsmeyer. We'll see how that carries into the next batter, someone who also plays both the field and pitch. See a lot of that here in Summerville. Caden Bressler, who was charged with the 2 runs last night, tried to get a 2-inning save. Got through the 8th scoreless, but could not get through the 9th. He's back at second base where he played the first 7 innings of last night's ball game. First pitch from Wilmsmeyer swung on and missed. Once again blew it by him upstairs. Fastball looking good early tonight for Wilmsmeyer. Bressler left-handed batter. Back into the box. Wilmsmeyer quickly into his delivery and brings it home. This one high and outside, even things up at a ball as Bressler does not chase. Now back into the box, 1-1 pitch on the way. This one, a called strike right on in there. Wilmsmeyer did talk about wanting to attack the zone, something that seems especially prevalent when you're on a pitch count, so certainly has done that to 2 batters. Now he brings home the 1-2. This one just high. It was taken, and that will even things up at ball 2. Maybe not just high. Rocker Bomber tried to frame it for strike 3. Did not get the call, and now 2-2 on the way. This one also misses off the outside corner, and that'll make things full count. So 2 nice takes back-to-back by Caden Bressler. Did not swing at either of those, and has worked the count for 1-2, not a full. Wilmsmeyer's 3-2 pitch on the way is swung and grounded out to second. Sherman should have a play. He's up with it and throw over to first. Nolf's got it, and that is out number 2, ground out second baseman for Ty Wilmsmeyer's second out as a pitcher here. Now it'll bring up the third hitter. Michael Long was also in the lineup last night playing third base. As I flip back through my scorecard, Long did have a base on balls in the 9th inning, and then a bunch of ground balls earlier in his at-bats to go with it. Wilmsmeyer delivers first pitch. That one is in there, called strike. A little bit on the inside, but got the benefit of the call to make things 0-1. Wilmsmeyer working very quickly so far. 0-1 on the way. This one, they're going to say that he went. Might have been a called strike anyway, but they're going to say that Long went around. That'll be strike 2. Wilmsmeyer looking to go 3 up, 3 down. Already back on the rubber, ready to bring home the 0-2. The wind, the kick, and brings it home. Swung on, missed in the dirt. It bounces away, but Rocker Bomber has got a play. He falls down, and the throw is going to be high and into right field. Rocker Bomber slipped on the turf just to the left of home plate and tried to make a throw as he was flying. Would have been a tough one, but he airmailed that one into right field. Good backup by Sherman to stave that one. So that'll go down as Wilmsmeyer's second strikeout, but it'll be a drop third strike. Probably will go down as a wild pitch as that one bounced in there. Rocker Bomber did do a good job to keep it in front of him, and if he does not fall down, would have had Long at first base, but could not make the play. So Wilmsmeyer will face a fourth batter, that one being Max Bruff. Bruff swings and misses, can't catch up with that one for the first strike. Bruff caught last night, played really good behind the plate. Both catchers last night, both him and Hirschler were excellent on the defensive side, and tonight Bruff gets the night off at DH. Pitch on the way. This one misses outside. That'll even things up at 1-1. If Bruff can reach here and continue this inning, it'll leave it up to Carson Carpenter, who is on deck. Plays center field tonight for Joplin. Renegades lead this one 2-0, bottom of the first inning. This one is lined out to right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Moving up to second is Long. It's quickly getting it back in is Fuller out in right, and that'll be a 2-out single. First hit of the ball game, second base runner of the ball game for Joplin, as now they've got first and second with 2 outs on the single to right field. So now Carson Carpenter will step into the box. Carpenter did not have the best night at the plate last night, struck out 3 times along with a fly out, but did reach and score in the 8th inning, so did play a part in the 6 runs that the Joplin Outlaws scored, albeit in a losing effort. Wilms right now working from the stretch, misses up high with this one, ball 1 to Carpenter. Michael Long, who reached on a strikeout, dropped third strike, leads off a second base, and Max Bruff, who just singled to right field on a nicely hit ball at first. Wilmsmeyer, longer look in here, behind in the count 1-0. Not big leads off of first and second. This one will also miss high, that'll make things ball 2. Renegades playing mainly straight up defense. Nolf plays pretty much behind the runner Bruff at first base, and shortstop Lovich maybe shades a little towards second, but not by much. Look back at the runner and the pitch. This one will go in as a called strike, makes things 2-1. Not likely, based on the leads I'm seeing at first and second, not likely that either of these two are going to try and steal in the situation with 2 outs, but we'll see. Here's the 2-1. This one misses up and in as Carpenter turns out of the way, and that'll even things 3-1. So potential here to load the bases after it looked like Wilmsmeyer was going to have a 1-2 inning, 1-2-3 inning to begin his pitching debut, but dropped third strike, allowed a runner to reach, and that was followed by a single to right. And now he's behind 3-1 to the Outlaws' number 5 hitter, Carson Carpenter. Wilmsmeyer's 3-1 on the way. This one is going to go as a called strike, and that runs things full. Coach for Joplin did not like that call as he's now out of his dugout yelling towards the home plate umpire. Couple Outlaws really not a fan of that call. Don't know if they called it on the swing or a called strike. Carpenter started to go, but tried to hold up. Regardless, nothing changes, and it is a full count. Runners will now get a head start with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Renegades up 2-0. Pitch on the way. This one misses high and in, and that is ball 4 to load the bases all with 2 outs. Long will move up to third base, Bruff up to second as Carpenter trots on down to first base for the third base runner of the inning after Wilmsmeyer struck out the first batter, forced a ground out to the second, and got Michael Long to swing and miss off speed in the dirt, but Turf Monster got a hold of Rocker Bomber and airmailed the throw into right field, and that allowed this inning to continue, an inning that is still going on right now. So bases loaded now. Wilmsmeyer having to deal with some early trouble. Also on a pitch limit tonight, so having to work through some stuff early. First pitch now to Garrett Chun, who's in. This one's a called strike. Nice location there. Quickly had 0-1 to Chun, playing right field tonight, left-handed batter. Chun now back into the batter's box, waves the bat a few times. He waits for Wilmsmeyer, who's now got what he wants and brings it home. This one swung and ripped, but foul. That ball was hit very hard, but hit over the Renegades dugout down the line, and now quickly 0-2 count. So Wilmsmeyer strike away from getting out of this unharmed, and a chance for potentially a third strikeout of this inning. Renegades at 3-3 on the season, looking to move above 500 for what would be the first time all season long after a win last night against these same Outlaws. Wilmsmeyer now working out of the stretch with the bases loaded 0-2 pitch. This one misses way high, 1-2. If you're just joining us, Renegades jumped out 2-0, just one out into this game on a couple extra base hits, 3 of them in a row. But then settling back in for Joplin was Ethan Sally. And now we're here in the bottom of the first with Joplin trying to get on the board. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-2 pitch. Swung and grounded between first and second. Over to get it is Nolf. He feeds to Wilmsmeyer covering, and that ends the inning. So no damage done. Wilmsmeyer works out of it, and will record the final out by stepping on first base. So that'll keep things scoreless for Joplin and keep the Renegades up 2-0. We'll be back for the second inning on the Show Me Sports Network in just a moment.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Alrighty, back for the top of the second inning here in Joplin on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt bringing you all of tonight's action. As Renegades now hitting the road for the second game of the season, and as they hit the road, I want to remind everyone to go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Doc and Norm is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all our road games safely, including this afternoon as we hit the road. As they do it safely, efficiently, and in style. To book your spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991. Renegades is supposed to have had a couple other road games by now, but due to multiple rainouts, missed a doubleheader in Des Moines, St. Joe on Saturday. It's now road game number 2 is, as I'm blabbling on, a couple of pitches in the first at-bat of the inning to Nolan Drill. It is a 1-1 count to Drill, leads off this inning for the Renegades. This one weakly grounded off the left side, but foul, and that'll make things 1-2. Drill will lead it off for the Renegades this inning, followed by Cole Wagner and Ian Dolph to round it out. Facing Ethan Sally in his second inning of work. Gave a couple runs early, but got down to business right afterwards. This one also misses up, and that'll make things 2-2. Drill came in late in last night's game, a part of that 9th inning rally. Used a pinch hitter as this one misses inside to make things full. So good patience here by Drill. Back on the rubber, the wind, and the 3-2. This one hit high in the air on the infield. This should be the first out of the inning. Second baseman Bressler is under it, and he makes the catch to retire Drill. Pop out to the second baseman has begun our second inning. After that pop out from Nolan Drill to get us started this inning, turns it over to Cole Wagner playing left field today for the Renegades. Wagner, a left-handed hitter, now stepping in. Donning number 4 for the Renegades, Wagner from Festus, Missouri. The wind in the first pitch. This one is swung and also hit on the ground. First baseman's got it, race to the bag, and he just barely beats Cole Wagner. Lott had it. Excuse me if I said no, if it's Lott playing first base for Joplin. He grabbed that one and had to race to the bag, and he beats Wagner just in time. Got to give Wagner some credit, was hustling up the line, but that'll go as a ground out, and just a couple pitches into this inning, 2 up, 2 down for the Joplin starter. So now Ian Nolf Also playing first base for the Renegades this evening, steps in and looks at a ball to begin his at-bats. Nolf, the number 8 hitter this evening for the Renegades, followed by Sherman on deck. This one grounded deep in the hole, and that'll get foul just beyond the third base bag. Makes things 1-1. Just joining us, Renegades took a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. We're now in the top of the second inning, still 2-0. Nobody on and 2 out for the Renegades as Nolan Drill bats. Excuse me, not Nolan Drill, I keep confusing names. Ian Nolf bats. I apologize for that. 1-2 count now on Nolf. Right-handed hitter waits the wind and the kick. This one misses, and that evens things up at 2-2. Nolan Drill was the first out of this inning on a pop out to the second baseman Bressler, and one pitch, one out for Cole Wagner. A close play at first base, but Lott was able to get him. And now 2-2. Swung and hit off the end of the bat right towards the Renegades dugout, foul ball, and we'll do it again here in just a moment. Nolf playing first base tonight. 2-2 pitch once again brought home. This one swung and hit to second. Over to get it is Bressler, moving to his left, up with it, and throw to first for out number 3. So nice inning for Ethan Sally. Has really rebounded since giving up those 2 runs, and he goes 1, 2, 3 here. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still 2-0 our score. Be right back.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Alrighty, back for the bottom of the second inning on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you all of tonight's action here in Joplin as Renegades playing their second road game of the season. Thanks to a couple of rainouts, would have happened sooner. But regardless, second of 4 straight games between the Outlaws and the Renegades played this week with one off day in the middle. That'll come tomorrow before these two meet again, up again for game number 3 at Vivian Field on Wednesday. Wilmsmeyer back out for his second inning of work. Scoreless first inning. Gets a called strike here to lead things off to Liam Bailey. Bailey was in the lineup last night, but hit from the 2-hole and had a pretty productive evening. Singled 2 different times, did not score, but was on base enough to make an impact as he fouls this one off for 0-2. Wilmsmeyer had an eventful top of the first inning, his first inning on the mound of this season, where he looked to have a 1-2-3 inning before a swing and a miss strike 3 got away on a wild pitch, and after loading the bases, he got out of it, no damage done. Now ahead 0-2, this one swung on and hit back up the middle. Lovich at short, got it, throw to first, is in time as Nolf catches, and that will be a ground out to start this top of the second inning. Excuse me, bottom of the second inning. So used to only hold games so far. I keep thinking top of the inning when the other team's up to bat, but got to get that in my head. We are in the bottom of the second inning here in Joplin. Renegades took a 2-0 lead just to 1 out into this ball game on a triple followed by 2 doubles. This one just misses off the inside corner. Ball 1 to Cade Lott. Played first base last night as well, and he's back there again tonight. Right-handed hitter. Waits on the 1-0. This one also misses, makes things 2-0. Cade Lott hitting 8th tonight. Cole Cooper on deck, and then back to the top of the lineup if anyone reaches. 2-0 pitch on the way from Wilmsmeyer. Swung on and missed. Got that one past him for the first strike of the at-bat. Cade Watt from Eastern Oklahoma State. Spending this summer with the Outlaws. Swings and misses that off speed. Was way down in the dirt, even got past the catcher rocker bomber, and that evens up at 2-2. Williams-Meyer worked very, very quickly in that top of the first inning up until we got a couple runners on base, then slowed down just a little bit. Now pitching here with one out, bottom of the second inning, 2-2. Swung and hit foul, and that's out of play. Over the Renegades bullpen, down in right field. We do know that Williams-Meyer is on a pitch limit tonight, and I actually see some movement down in that Renegades bullpen. Don't know if it means a whole lot, but it's not quite like it was through the first 5 innings last night. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, hung on to, and that is strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Ty Williams-Meyer, and a third strikeout swinging as he gets Cade Watt to go down on strikes. So I'll turn over to the number 9 hitter. Cole Cooper steps in to round out this Joplin lineup before we go back to the top of the order in Corey Siracusa. Williams-Meyer looking for a 3-up, 3-down second inning. No one on, 2 outs. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. That one misses outside to Cooper. Cooper in left. The wind and the pitch. This one also misses inside. I actually got the batter Cooper, and he'll trot on down to first base with a 2-out hit by pitch. Thought that one just missed inside the way Cooper originally turned. But it evidently got him maybe on the arm. He was wearing an elbow protector, so it didn't look like it hurt him too much. And that'll be a 2-out base runner on the hit by pitch to the Joplin number 9 hitter. So that turns things over back to the top for Corey Siracusa. Siracusa in his first at bat struck out in a 2-2 count, swung and missed for the first out of the ball game. First out of the ball game for Joplin. Looks at ball 1 here to begin his at bat. Joplin's held scoreless so far through an inning and 2/3. Very early in this one here in Joplin. Williams-Meyer now working on the stretch as Cole Cooper takes his lead off first base, held on by Nolf. This one hit high in the air into shallow center field. Second baseman goes out, center fielder comes in, and it'll be the center fielder Ross Solovich making the catch to end the inning. So 2-out base runner does no harm, and that ends the inning for Joplin. They stay scoreless. 2-0 our score. We head to the third on the Show Me Sports Network. Back in just a moment.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Back for the top of the third inning here in Joplin, Missouri. 2-0 our score is got a game going on here on the field in between innings. Joplin Outlaws mascot out there as well, as it looks like we're going to have a race down that third base line just concluded. And now players on the field for warm-ups to start this top of the third inning. Let's give a quick little recap of the Renegade season so far. Opened with 3 straight home games where they lost 6-3 and 10-0 to Sedalia and Clarinda before coming back with a win over the same Clarinda team one night later with a 7-6 win in a 12-inning very long affair before then hitting the road to Carroll, where got only 1 game in, but it was a 3-2 win to even things up at 2-2. Renegades then fell to 2-3 after a 2-1 loss, once again in extra innings, to Sedalia on Wednesday. And after a couple more rainouts, took this one last night 7-6 to even things up at 3-3 on the season, which is where they stand today. But they currently have a 2-0 lead coming to bat in the third inning here this evening. This game was started by a Ross Lovich triple. He came around to score on a Colton Doyle double. And then when Luke Fuller also doubled, Doyle came around to score. Fuller was thrown out at third, but a very productive at-bat regardless drove in the second run of the game, and that's where we currently stand. So here in the top of the third inning, it is the number 9 hitter to lead it off for the Renegades. Hunter Sherman steps into the batter's box. Sherman looks at the 0-0 pitch and swings to it for strike 1. Sherman will lead things off before we go back to the top for Ross Lovich and Colton Doyle. His pitch is hit foul off the leg of Sherman. And very quickly 0-2 is Ethan Sally out for his third inning of work. And I have to tell you, after the Rockies start 3 straight extra base hits to begin this ballgame, has really settled in. Got a couple groundouts in the first, and the same in the second. Doesn't have a strikeout yet, but has been inducing some very weak contact since those extra base hits. Pitch on the way. That one misses low and away for ball 1. After that one missed to make things 1-2. Back on the wind and the pitch. This one also missed away, even things up at 2-2 to the Renegades number 9 hitter Hunter Sherman. Sherman at second base this evening. Looks to do some damage here to begin this top of the third inning. This one once again misses away, so trying to go away for 3 straight pitches and 3 straight balls to bring things from 0-2 to now 3-2. Sherman can reach, would give a base runner on to turn it back over to the top of the lineup. It did a lot of damage in that first inning. Now 3-2 on the way. The pitch swung on and missed, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Ethan Sally. Gets Hunter Sherman swinging, and that's our first out of the third. As Ross Lovich now will step in, his second at-bat of the game here in the top of the third, 1 out. Lovich very quickly got things going, absolutely hammered a ball to the right center field gap. With how far the wall is out here at this ballpark, with the hill even beyond the warning track, it rolled and allowed Lovich to get to third. Looks at ball 1 here to begin his at-bat. Lovich followed by Colton Doyle and Luke Fuller. 1-0 pitch, this one in there, called strike, even things up at 1-1. Want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight on the Show Me Sports Network for some Renegades baseball. This one ripped, but right at the Renegades dugout, foul, and that makes things 1-2. Lovich looking to be one of the first base runners for the Renegades. Actually, the first base runner since Luke Fuller had that RBI double where he was thrown out at first base. Since then, Ethan Sally has really settled in, retired everyone, as Lovich sends this one out to deep center field. Going back to get it is Carpenter, still running, and he runs it down on the track. Nice running catch by Carson Carpenter. Round of applause there, and he deserves it as Lovich absolutely ran into one there. Out to the wall in center field. That one was nearing 400 out there, and Carpenter ran that thing down on the track. Nice catch, and that is out number 2 on a very well hit ball by Ross Lovich. So with 2 outs and nobody on, that'll bring in Colton Doyle, who punched one just inside the left field line, down the line past the diving glove of Long, and who drove in the first run of the ball game. First pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Doyle out in front of that one, 0-1 now. Doyle now back into the box as Sally continues to work very efficiently. Down 2-0 here. This one swung and grounded to third. Long moves in and can make the play on a wicked hop, and that goes into left field. Doyle's going to turn but stay at first base. And that'll go as his second hit as he maybe turned an ankle or something there. Trots back into first base. I think he's okay. Came around the bag a little bit weird. That ball was not hit all that hard, but it bounced just on the cut of the infield grass and skipped past the glove of Long and into left field. That'll go as a 2-out single. So now 2-out base runner, the first base runner since Luke Fuller doubled in the first inning. This inning began with a Hunter Sherman strikeout swinging, followed by a Ross Lovich well-hit ball to center field that was caught for flyouts, and then Doyle keeps it alive with that hit right there. So now stepping in, Luke Fuller, who had that double just inside the right field line. Looks at a ball here to start his at-bat. Luke Fuller bats from the right side and plays right field this evening. Credited with 1 RBI so far. looks to try and do something with Doyle leading off of first. Quick throw over to first and diving back in. Is Doyle in safely. Fuller put the ball in his first at bat about as good as you can put it down the right field line. Right fielder could not make the catch, and it stayed fair for an RBI, as this one is... Didn't see the call right away on that one. They're saying he did not go, so they're going to rule that, I believe, a ball. Yep, 2-0 the count. Had a quick appeal to the second base umpire to see if Fuller went around. Ruled a ball. 2-0 count as Doyle takes his lead off first. This one swung and ripped out into left center field. Carpenter is able to cut it off, so Doyle is able to only go to second. Now Carpenter loses the ball, so Doyle is going to come to third, and he's going to get in there with a dive. Single moves Doyle to second, and the error by Carpenter allows him to go to third. So now first and third with 2 outs, back-to-back hits. Doyle was stopping at second all the way, but when he saw Carpenter lose that ball out in center field, trotted on in and head first dive into third base. Fuller stays at first, so his second hit of the evening. And now first and third with 2 outs for TJ Rockerbomber. Rockerbomber, the first Renegades hitter that did not reach in that first inning, and it was a ground out to first base. Rockerbomber catching tonight, and bats clean up. 2-out RBI opportunity. First pitch is swung on, missed in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher. That would be Siracusa behind the plate, kept that one in front of him, and it's an 0-1 count. Colton Doyle takes his lead off of third base, and Luke Fuller takes his lead off of first. Both of them have been on base both times as we're in the top of the third with the Renegades up 2-0. This one swung on and missed. Rockerbomber over the top of that one, and it is now 0-2 to the Renegades catcher. Rockerbomber looking to either keep this inning alive for Jackson Lovich on deck or potentially drive in 1 or multiple runs if he can find a gap here. Runners at first and third for Jefferson City. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. This one bounces. He gets away. Coming home to try and score is Doyle, and he is going to make it in standing. Moving to second as well is Fuller, and the Renegades grab a run here in the top of the third inning on a pitch that was bounced in there, and it's now 3-0 Jefferson City. So wild pitch. That one definitely bounced in there. Doyle, who that error now by Carpenter in center field proves very large, leads to a run. Fuller moving up to second base, and now a continued at bat for Rockerbomber. 1-2 pitch now on the way as Fuller leads off second base. Quick check of the runner and now brings it home. Swung and hit out to left center field. Coming in is the left fielder, and that's going to fall in front of him. Fuller around from second. He scores, and that's a 2-out RBI single by TJ Rockerbomber. Perfectly delivered over the head of Bailey at short and in front of Cooper, the left fielder. And now 2-out runs after his 2 outs, nobody on. 2 runs have scored in Doyle and Fuller, and it's now 4-0 Renegades. Rockerbomber will be given credit for the RBI single. Single to left field, placed really well, hit softly enough to where, especially with 2 outs, Luke Fuller was able to come around and score easily. And after a wild pitch and RBI single, 2 more runs are scored as ball 1 there to Jackson Lovich to begin his second at bat. Lovich ended the first inning with a ground out to Bressler at second base. Swings and fouls this one back, evens things up in 1-1. This inning began with a Hunter Sherman strikeout and a long fly ball out by Ross Lovich before Doyle hit one that got past the glove of the third baseman Long. Fuller sent him to third with a single, and then a wild pitch and an RBI single has scored 2 runs, which is where we have 4-0 Renegades. This one up and in, misses ball 2. Renegades scored 2 in the first, now 2 in the third, and lead this one 2-0, looking for a second straight win over Joplin. Pitch on the way. This one swung on a miss. Lovich could not catch up to that one as that everything's up at 2-2 as Ethan Sally looks to get the inning number 3 of work, giving up 4 runs so far. Nothing going on as I look out towards that Outlaws bullpen. 2-2, runner takes his lead at first. This one just misses off the inside corner, and that runs it full. It was a close pitch, nice take there by Lovich. And that runs things full, so getting head start now will be Rockerbomber down to first base. We'll see if Lovich can punch one out into one of these gaps and get the Renegades into the run. Back on the rubber. Sally is set and now brings it home. Swung and a miss. Strike 3 as down goes Lovich, but not before some 2-out magic for the Renegades. They scored not 1 but 2 runs, all with 2 outs thanks to a wild pitch and an RBI single. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Renegades looking to keep this 3-0 lead. Back in just a moment.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Back now for some more Renegades baseball here in Joplin for tonight's road contest. As Ty Wilsmeyer goes out for his 3rd inning of work, and he's been given 4 runs of support so far. Looking to continue working well here as he had a couple strikeouts in the 1st inning and faced just 4 batters in the 2nd. Also recorded 1 strikeout, so he's got 3 in the ball game and now goes to work here. Bunt shown and then pulled back by Caden Bressler, who begins this at-bat with a called strike. Ty Wilsmeyer making his pitching debut for the Renegades. Just misses on that one, brought home, and that'll even things up at 1-1. We'll see how deep Wilmsmeyer works into this one. Is on a pitch limit, finds the zone here to make things 1-2. Wilmsmeyer usually patrolling the outfield for the Renegades. Hit 3rd last night, drove in multiple of the Renegades' 7 runs. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung and weakly hit to 3rd over to get it. It's Drill. Long throw across the diamond to 1st and air mills it right into the Renegades dugout. That'll be an error, and it'll send Bressler on to second base. That'll be an error. Drill was up with it and took a little bit longer to throw, and then air milled it directly into the Renegades dugout. That allows Bressler to not only reach but go all the way to second, so that'll be an error to begin this inning. Bressler was hustling up the line. Would have been a close play even if the throw was on time. Might just be a hit regardless, and then the throwing error to let him go to second. So now with a runner in scoring position, Wilmsmeyer will work to Michael Long, who struck out swinging but then reached on the drop 3rd strike back in the 1st inning. Fouled that one off to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Bressler, second baseman for Joplin, takes his lead off his second base. Just reached to begin this inning on a ground ball. Renegades playing pretty deep on the infield here. This one misses up high, makes things 1-1. Shortstop for the Renegades, Lovich, playing pretty much on the edge of the dirt and the grass. Drill playing decent enough behind 3rd base. Sherman shades towards second as Bressler takes his lead. Wilmsmeyer will quickly work back there and now step off the mound. Michael Long steps out of the box, waits for the 1-1 pitch in just a moment. Looking to bring home the first Joplin run of the game. They trail this one 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way, that one misses, and that makes things 2-1. Good take there by Michael Long. Max Bruff, the designated hitter, is on deck, followed by Carson Carpenter in the hole. Wilmsmeyer's got to deal with Bressler off his second base. Not a huge lead out there. No outs in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way. This one swung and grounded foul off the 3rd base side, and it'll make things 2-2. Wilmsmeyer trying to get his first out of the inning here. Hope to potentially do it without allowing Bressler to reach third and be just 90 feet away from the first run of the game. Wilmsmeyer looks at second, now brings it home. This one hit high in the air out to right field. Going back on it is Fuller, still going and makes the catch on the track. Tagging and going to third is Bressler. He'll make it there easily as the throw was airmailed, but Bressler's going to have to stay at third. So an out, and on a very well hit ball, Fuller went back to get it, but a productive out nevertheless as Bressler goes to third and is now 90 feet away with one out from the first run of the ball game for Joplin. That ball continued to carry, and Luke Fuller made a nice job of playing pretty deep in right field to continue to go back on it and made the catch just on the track for the first out of the inning. And now Max Bruff will step in with a golden RBI opportunity with just one out. Anything in play likely scores Bressler. Looks at strike one here to begin his at-bat. Bruff singled to right field to continue that first inning. When there were 2 outs and a runner on first, Bruff singled what would eventually be part of bases loaded with 2 outs, but no runs came around to score, and that's why it's still 4-0. His pitch also in there, called strike 2, and now quickly ahead Wilmsmeyer is on Max Bruff. Potential here if you can get the strikeout to leave that runner at third base. Infield plays at normal depth. They've got a 4-0 lead to play with currently. 0-2 pitch. Swung and hit foul. That's going to get out of play into the stands, and we'll do it again 0-2 in just a moment. Bressler reached on an error. He made it to second on an error on a throw that was airmailed into the Renegades dugout. Now at third on the long fly ball. This pitch misses down and away. Nice block by Rocker Brown behind the plate, and that makes things 1-2. Bressler got really far down the third base line there. If that gets away whatsoever, he probably easily trots home to score for the first Joplin run of the game. Wilmsmeyer looking to pitch around a runner on third as Bressler dances off of third base. Wilmsmeyer steps off and looks him back. Bressler moving all back and forth up and down that third base line, trying to distract Wilmsmeyer, who right-handed pitcher is looking right at him. 1-2 pitch, here it comes. This one weakly hit, that's going to get the run home as Lovich makes the scoop it short. Throw to first is in time, but it'll be a productive RBI ground out as Max Bruff drives in the first run of the ball game for Joplin. Bressler trotted on home as that one got past the mound to short, but Wilmsmeyer will take it as now leave us with 2 outs and nobody on. Lovich charging it short, made the nice scoop and throw to first, and Nolf was able to grab it. It'll go down as an RBI ground out, but now 2 outs and nobody on for Carson Carpenter, who walked to load the bases in the first inning, but did not move from there. This one misses outside, up and away, and that's ball 1 to the center fielder, who made a really nice catch in the top half of this inning on a Rosalovic ball that was hit to very deep center field. The wind and the pitch swung on a miss. Carpenter behind that one, and that evens things up at 1-1. This inning started with an error, and Bressler moving to second, went to third on a flyout, and scored on a ground out. So once he got to second, some small ball by Joplin gets the run home. This one hit out to right. Moving under it is Fuller. Now comes in, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So nice job by Wilmsmeyer working around the base runner and gets through this third inning, just 1 run allowed. Renegades still hold a 3-run lead now as we are through 3 innings here. Renegades leading this 4-1. Back in just a moment as we head to the 4th.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 2-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Alrighty, let's play some more baseball here in Joplin, shall we? Back for this top of the 4th inning. Renegades have traveled here this afternoon to take on the Joplin Outlaws in the second of 4 games. And as they travel here this afternoon, let me remind you to go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in Premier Group Travel. Doc and Norm Direct is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all our road games so far this season safely, efficiently, and in style. If you would like to ride with Doc and Norm, book your spot for your next adventure. Call them at 573-256-1991 or email them at reservations@moexpress.com. Done great work so far for us this season, and that will continue all throughout this month and next. So top of the 4th inning, Renegades did just give up a run on a ground out that brought home Caden Bressler from third base. Now Renegades will try and get back to a 4-run lead or more. Currently up on this one 4-1, hitting in the top of the 4th inning. Leading things off will be Nolan Drill, popped out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. Looks at one off the play here, and that's ball 1 to begin the at-bat. Ethan Sally out for his 4th inning work, giving up 4 runs so far. Has had stretches where he's really settled in, though, so we'll see if he can get back to that. This one is going to be a called strike, even things up at 1-1 to the Renegades' third baseman. Drill, right-handed hitter. Hits from the 6th spot in the order tonight for the Renegades. This one misses low and away, now 2-1 the count. Following Drill here in this 4th inning will be Cole Wagner, who grounded out his first time up, and then Ian Nolf, who also grounded out. Both back in the 2nd inning. This one misses, and now 3-1 to Nolan Drill. Chance for a leadoff hitter to reach. Would be the first time a leadoff hitter's got on for the Renegades since the 1st inning. He's not going to do it on this pitch. Called strike, and that runs things full. If any of these batters can reach, it would be Hunter Sherman, who would then bat from the 9 spot. This one hit very high on the ground over to third base. Long has got it. Long throw to first is caught by Lott in time. Wouldn't call it a Baltimore shot, but it was hit high off the ground, and Long had to come in and get it and make the throw over to first base, and that's a ground out for Nolan Drill to begin this 4th inning. So now after the first out is recorded, it'll be Cole Wagner, who, like I said, grounded out on a really close bang-bang play at first base, but nevertheless an out. That was the 2nd out of the 2nd inning. Renegades lead this one 4-1 as Ethan Sally continues to work here for the Outlaws. Pumps one in there for strike 1 to begin this at-bat. Nolf on deck, and Sherman in the hole for Jeff City, looking to try and add to a 3-run lead. Pitch on the way is swung and hit foul just off the end of the bat. Barely got a piece of that one, hit off to the left side, foul, and quickly now 0-2. Sally has 2 strikeouts recorded so far. Both came in that 3rd inning, a strikeout of Jackson Lovich and a strikeout of Hunter Sherman, both swinging. Looks for number 3 right here, 0-2. This one misses high and away. Catcher Syracuse had to come out of his crouch to get it, and that makes things 1-2. Back in the box, the Y, the kick, and the pitch. This one hit off the end of the bat. Once again, foul, gets into the stands to my left, and we'll do 1-2 again. Almost took out a fan there. Fan was not too inclined to move out of the way. Was playing a dangerous game there. It landed just beneath his legs. Thankfully, he's all right, laughing at it. 1-2 pitch now. This one is going to come inside, and that's going to get him. Cole Wagner hit by a pitch, and that'll be the first base run of the inning for the Renegades. They have now had a base runner in 3 out of 4 innings. Wagner will trot on down to first, and that's going to go as a hit by pitch with 1 out in this 4th inning. So Ian Nolf will step in, grounded out to second for the final out of the 2nd inning in his first appearance. Playing first base tonight for the Renegades. Not a spot we see a whole lot of Renegades play outside of Carter Mize, who played last night and homered, but has the night off here. We play in Joplin. Ball 1 to Ian Nolf. First pitch of that bat. Lead off first for Wagner, held on by Lott. Sally now pitch on the way is hit foul off the netting behind home plate. That even things up at 1-1. Sherman goes over to retrieve that foul ball. Now back to the on-deck circle. And back into the box is Ian Nolf, waiting on the 1-1 pitch. A little bit bigger lead now down at first base for Wagner. And he's running on this pitch. Inside a ball. Throw down to second base. The slide. The tag. And he's out at second base. Perfect throw down to second. And what a catch and tag by Bressler. made the catch and applied the tag to Wagner, who was running all while falling down. That's about as good as you can do it from the catcher down to second base. Syracuse, though, was on the money, and that is out number 2. I believe that pitch was also called a strike. I said it was inside, but it's going to go 2-2 count to Ian Nolf. Wagner will be thrown out at second base, and now just a strike away from ending this top of the 4th. It's pitch called, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So very quickly, Renegades go from 1 on, 1 out to a caught stealing and a called strike 3, and that'll end this top of the 4th. So 3rd strikeout of the game for Ethan Sally, and they'll head to the dugout. Back out is his 4th inning. We'll see if Wilmsmeyer returns to the mound. Back in just a second.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Alrighty, back for this bottom of the 4th inning. And we've got a pitching change here for the Renegades. Ty Wilmsmeyer's night is done, and it's going to be another position player, at least one that has played the field this season for the Renegades, that being Brennan Perkins. Has played a couple different spots for the Renegades this season. Played left field last night, was replaced late by Ross Lovich, but reached once on a single last night, and here he is now pitching. So final line for Ty Wilmsmeyer in his pitching debut, like I said, was always going to be on a pitch count. 3 innings pitched, had 3 strikeouts, 2 of them in the first inning, and just the 1 run allowed, and he leaves with the Renegades up 4-1, and it's now on to Brennan Perkins pitching now for Jefferson City. We'll see what he can do, leading it off against Garrett Chun. Grounded out to first base to end the first inning in his first at-bat. Perkins' first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Nice location there to begin the evening for Perkins. Perkins, wearing number 23, listed as a right-handed pitcher and outfielder from Prairie Village, Kansas. This one misses low, even things up at 1-1. So consistent theme so far this evening of Renegades outfielders making pitching appearances. I believe this is the first one for Perkins as well, but I cannot confirm on that one. This one bounces in there. That's going to go as a ball bounced off the mask of Rocker Bomber and makes things 2-1 to Garrett Chun. Chun will be followed by Liam Bailey and Cade Lott in the hole. Cole Cooper to follow if any of them reach. Renegades lead this one 4-1, out hitting Joplin 5-2 so far in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1 pitch as Perkins winds and brings it home. That one misses outside, so after pumping a fastball in there to begin the at-bat, he has fallen behind a Chun 3-1. The wind, the kick, and the pitch from Perkins. This one lined out to left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Ross Lovich. Wide, turn it first, and Chun's going to head back to first base as Lovich gets that one back into second on one hop. And that will be a single to center field for Garrett Chun. And the Joplin Outlaws have the leadoff base runner on to begin this bottom of the 4th inning. First batter that Brennan Perkins faces gives up a single. We'll see if he can die with maybe a ground ball here to the shortstop for Joplin. Liam Bailey now steps in with a runner on to work with. Shortstop grounded out to begin the 2nd inning, grounded out to short. Now taking his lead at first is Chun. This one gets in the dirt, will miss for ball 1 to Bailey. Really nice evening overall, making the start for Ty Wolmsmeyer. We'll see now if these Renegades relievers are going to have to cover 6 innings to see if they can follow in suit. You have to assume with a pitch count there was a plan, maybe plan for Perkins to go a couple innings as well out of the bullpen. We'll see. Perkins now pitching out of the stretch, sets quick look at the runner and brings this one home. Picked down to first, diving back in time is Chun. Chun in there by about a second, dove back in head first. Pitch was also a strike, so it evens things up at 1-1. Joplin trails this one by 3. Very early still. Bottom of the 4th inning, 0 outs. This one is hit foul off to the left side, and that'll make things 1-2. Yeah, 0 outs here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Garrett Chun led things off with a single to left center field that Ross Lowich quickly cut off to hold him to a single, but regardless, a base runner for the Joplin Outlaws. Looking to do something against new Renegades pitcher Brennan Perkins. Perkins now's got one that he likes and will bring it home. This one swung and fouled, just got a piece of it, and we'll do it again 1-2 here in just a moment. If Bailey can reach, it'll bring the tying run to the plate, and Cade Lott on deck. Lott struck out swinging in his first at-bat of this ballgame back in the 2nd inning against Ty Wolmsmeyer, who is now done for the evening after 3 innings, 1 run, and 3 strikeouts. Just joining us, Renegades lead this one 4-1, bottom of the 4th, no out, and thank you for joining us this evening on the Show Me Sports Network. Perkins now 1-2, pitch on the way. This one in the dirt, nice block by Rocker Bomber, keeps it in front of him, and that evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still a runner on first base in Garrett Chun. Joplin did not score until the 3rd inning when Caden Bressler made it second on an error, and then was moved to third on a flyout and scored on a ground out for the Joplin's one and only one. 2-2, it's fouled off to the right side, out of play, and we'll have to do it again here in just a moment. We're in Joplin for this one, 2nd of 4 straight games here between Joplin and Jefferson City. Last night was in Jefferson City, and tonight's now in Joplin. So Perkins now looking to record his first out of the evening, coming in relief in the bottom of the 4th. He's got a sign and brings it home. This one once again fouled off straight into the backstop, and a nice little battle now working between shortstop William Bailey for Joplin and new pitcher Brendan Perkins for the Renegades. Runner takes his lead up first. That is Garrett Chun, who was in a 3-1 count in his at-bat, then singled to center field. Pitch on the way. This one grounded third, but that's going to get foul. Takes a hop off the third base coach. Tried to deflect it, couldn't do it. And a 4th straight foul ball between this at-bat between Perkins and Bailey. Battle going on. We'll have to do it again 2-2 here in just a moment. Cato out on deck with Cole Cooper in the hole for Joplin, and then we'll turn it back over to the top of the lineup if any more reach. Brendan Perkins is hoping that does not happen and can get 3 outs without allowing any more base runners. 0 outs, 2-2 pitch. Swung and hit to second. This is on the ground, could be 2. Flip to short for 1, and Lovich can't make the transfer, and they're actually going to rule the runner safe at second base. Lovich tried to get that out of his glove quickly to turn 2. And I thought it was going to be called on the transfer, but they're just going to say that Lovich never had it, and everyone is safe. That'll be an error on the shortstop, Jackson Lovich. And now 2 on with nobody out here in this bottom of the 4th inning. So Chun moves up to second base, Lamb Bailey to first, and now trouble a brewing for the Renegades. Tying run now stepping in the form of Cade Lott, first baseman for Joplin. Brendan Perkins just came into this ball game, gave up a single to the first batter, and then an error there on the Renegade shortstop on what could have potentially been a double play. This one bounced in there, gets away. Both runners going to try and advance. Throw to third, and in there sliding safely is Chun. And now second and third, nobody out for Joplin after the pass ball. That one was bounced in there. Rocker Bomber tried to block it, and it didn't kick away far, but he kicked away far enough for both runners to advance. And Rocker Bomber had no chance with that throw, well late. And now second and third and a 1-0 count to Cade Lott. Third batter of the inning. Single could potentially make this a 1-run game after Jefferson City led 4-0. It's now 4-1, but nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way. It swung on and missed in the dirt. Got him with the off-speed there, and that evens things up at 1-1. It kicked away just a little, but not far enough for either runner to try and advance. So 1-1 count now to the first baseman for Joplin. Watch struck out swinging, second out of the second inning in his first appearance. Now looking to try and drive in not just maybe one run, but multiple here with a hit to the outfield or something along the lines. Perkins steps off the mound, fakes like throw to third, but the ball does not leave his hands and now is back on the rubber. Rocker Bomber giving the signs, still looking in is Perkins, and now has got one. He sets quick check of the runner and brings home the 1-1. This one skips in there. That's going to be a ball 2. So a little bit wild so far. Should have recorded at least 1 out. Perkins should have, but still has been a little bit wild. Went 3 balls to Chun and 2 balls to Bailey in what was a long at bat. And now 2-1 to Cade Lott. But could be looking at a very different inning here after William Bailey grounded it to second. When Sherman flipped to Lovich, Lovich trying to turn 2, never actually had the handle, and both runners were safe. 2-1 pitch now on the way. This one skips in there, gets away. Runner's going to try and score. Here comes Chun, and he is going to slide in safely. Ball got through the legs of Rocket Bomber, and Chun realized that it was going to be far enough to come on home, and he went in without a throw as he slid in. And that's the second runner of the ball game for Joplin. Also moving to third on the play is Bailey, and still nobody out here in this bottom of the 4th. That'll go down as I believe a pass ball, but not official scoring here in summer ball. Long inning so far for Perkins. Still has not recorded an out and has another run just 90 feet away. Renegades lead this one 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here in Joplin. Cade Lott bats, and a 3-1 count looking to either get on base or make this a 4-3 ball game. Pitch on the way. This one in there. Called strike as Lott tossed the bat aside. He's now going to have to go pick it up as this one runs full. Cole Cooper on deck, and then back to the top in Corey Siracusa. Liam Bailey reached onto the ground ball error just a few batters ago. Takes his lead off of third base, advanced to both second and third on pitches that got away. This one misses low, and that's ball 4, a walk, as this long inning without recording an out continues. Lott will trot down to first, and now first and third still nobody out, as that'll bring up Cole Cooper, and Renegades are going to have a meeting at the mound, as this inning has not gone very well for both Brendan Perkins and not well for the defense either. As they meet at the mound, I do see some movement down in that Renegades bullpen. A couple guys standing up. I see just one throwing. Too far away for me to tell which number it is warming, but it is a right-hander for the Renegades. It might be either 28 or 29 from what I can tell, but I should tell you that I also wear glasses, so that tells you about how well my eyesight is. Meeting at the mound is concluding as Coach walks back towards the dugout, and the infielders all return to their respective positions, looking to do some damage control here as the Renegades lead this one 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Renegades scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, before Joplin has scored 1 in the third and 1 in the 4th, and potential for more on the way as it's first and third with nobody out after a single, an error, and a base on ball, along with a couple wild pitches mixed in between, and now Cole Cooper steps in. First pitch misses low and away. That's ball 1. Cooper was in a 1-0 count before he was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat in the second inning. Did not leave first once he reached, though. Renegades, I'm sure, would concede the run if it meant a double play here. Infielders play at normal depth. This one misses, and continued wildness here for Brendan Perkins. Falls behind 2-0. You have to think if that continues, maybe we'll see someone, whoever's warming up down in that bullpen, come into the ballgame for the Renegades. 2-0 the count. Perkins now's got what he likes. The kick and brings it home. This one misses. That one looks pretty good from up here, but that's going to be, I guess, called a strike. I missed the strike call there, and it's 2-1. My apologies. Looks good because it was good. It was a strike. Never mind. They put it back to 3-0, so it's all sorts of madness, and that's ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to Cole Cooper, and now bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. That was a fun at bat. Went 2-0, and then the third pitch was very close. Originally on the scoreboard said 2-1, but then changed to 3-0, and then pitch number 4 missed low, and now 4-pitch walk loads the bases with nobody out. Back-to-back walks from Brendan Perkins to load him up. So now Cole Cooper down at first, Cade Lott at second, and Liam Bailey at third. Whole lot of trouble brewing for the Renegades as the 5th batter of the inning will come up to the plate. Still nobody out in the form of Corey Siracusa. First pitch on the way. That's low, blocked by Rocket Bomber, and 1-0 the count. Syracuse leadoff hitter struck out swinging against Wilmsmeyer, and also flew out against Wilmsmeyer in the first and second innings. But a big opportunity for some damage here with his team down 2. But not only the tying runs, but the go-ahead runners all on base, nobody out. The wind, the kick, and the 1-0. This one misses low and away, and that is ball 2. So now, I believe 6 or 7 straight balls have been thrown out by Brendan Perkins with a mound visit mixed there in between. Renegades trying to do some damage control here. They still hold the lead by 2 runs, but nobody out and runners out everywhere. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one misses high, doesn't get the call, and now 3-0 to Corey Siracusa. Siracusa catching and batting leadoff almost assuredly after a 4-pitch walk, and now 3-0 will, I would assume, have the red light here, but you never know. 3-0 pitch, the wind, and the delivery. This one in there, a called strike. Siracusa never budged, and now 3-1. Perkins not having a great inning so far. Has not had a ton of help from the defense either, if we're being honest, but still has yet to record an out. 3-1, the wind, and the pitch. This one misses low, and that's going to walk in a run. A third straight base on balls, and it's now 4-3 here in Joplin. 5-pitch walk, the third straight base on balls. Every other runner advances. Bailey comes in to score. The third run of the ballgame for Joplin. Cade Lott goes to third. Cole Cooper goes to second, and Syracuse trots on down to first. And a mound visit coming, and that will be the end of the inning for Perkins. Gives up 2 runs, still on the hook for some more, nobody out. So with that, we'll take a very quick break. Pitching change happening. Renegades love 4-3, but bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. Don't go anywhere.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Alrighty, we are back for Renegades baseball as a new pitcher continues to worm for the Renegades, their 3rd pitcher of the ball game and the 2nd of this bottom of the 1st inning. I originally thought it was number 28, Levi Mizlowski, but that looks like actually number 29 now, who I do not have the number for, so we will see in just a moment. He's got a lot to work with. Bases loaded, nobody out, and already 2 runs in this inning. Brendan Perkins did not record an out before exiting this ball game. All right, it is number 28. We'll see. We'll figure it out in just a second. But regardless, a lot of work to do. And now stepping in, the 6th batter of the inning is Caden Bressler. Scored the 1st run of the ball game after reaching on an error last inning, and now has a chance here to either tie this game at 4 or give the lead for Joplin. Bases loaded, nobody out, and work to be done for Jefferson City. First pitch on the way. This one swung and fouled back. Strike 1 to Bressler. Grounded out grounded out to second base in the first at-bat of the ball game, and then, like I said, reached on that error in the third inning, and now bats here again in the fourth. Renegades still leading this one 4-3, scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, but now are in danger of giving that up with nobody out and bases loaded. Bunt shown, pulled back, and that misses for a ball, evens things up at 1-1. Leading off at third base is Cade Watts, Cole Cooper at second, and Corey Syracuse, who just got an RBI walk down at first base. 3 walks in a row issued by Renegades pitching. Now a 1-1 count to Caden Bressler. Pitch on the way. This one misses up high, and now a 2-1 count. So continued command issues for Renegades pitching here in this fourth inning after Ty Wilmsmeyer went 3 innings, just 1 run allowed in his pitching debut. Renegades going to have to figure it out and figure it out very, very quickly if they want to get out of this inning without too many runs scoring. 2-1 pitch on the way. This one misses inside, and now 3-1. 1 ball away from a 4th straight walk and potential for another forced in run. Still nobody out. So now back into the batter's box is Bressler. 3-1 coming. The wind, the kick, and brings it home. This one ripped but foul down the line. Bressler was all over that one, but out in front, and that'll even things up 3-2. So as that one got down the line and out of play, that'll even things up full. So it is number 29, not Levi Myslowski. I'll get you the name here in just a minute when I have it. 3-2 pitch, nobody out, runners at every base, can't have anywhere to put them. The wind and the pitch. Swung and hit high in the air to left, down the line, curling foul. Is it going to be? It is going to land foul. No catch made as Wagner came charging in, but just too long of a run as that continued to curl foul. As I do see someone now that I'm looking out to left field warming up down in that Joplin bullpen. Third pitcher of the ball game for Jefferson City in the second of the inning. In a 3-2 count, nobody out and bases loaded. Renegades leading 4-3. Now back onto the mound. Bressler back in the box, and we'll do the 3-2 again. He's got the sign from Rocker Bomber, still looking in, and now the wind, and he steps off. Hope to be some confusion there. A long look in before starting his windup and then stepping off. Him and Rocker Bomber not on the same page. Here we go. 3-2 pitch on the way. This one lined out to right. That's going to get down the line. Fair ball. 1 run in. On his way to third and coming around is Cole Cooper. Ball given back in. Sliding in at second base is Caden Bressler. 2-run double, and Joplin has the lead. Still nobody out. Full count. That ball was laced down the right field line. Got down in fair territory. And scoring from third was Cade Watts. Scoring from second was Cole Cooper. And moving to third was Corey Syracuse. Second and third, still nobody out. So that'll be a 2 RBI double for Caden Bressler. On for the second time as he comes up big there on the double to right field. This long inning continues. 7th batter stepping in the box now, Michael Long. Joplin now taking a 5-4 lead after Renegades jumped out 4-0. This one gets past the catcher, but takes a very generous bounce off the backstop right back to Rocker Bomber. That one was right over his glove, and now they're going to go out and have a talk at the mound as ball 1 to Michael Long. Nobody out in this bottom of the 4th inning. 4 runs already in and still runners on second and third as Michael Long bats, who struck out swinging but reached on a drop third strike in the first and then flew out to right field for the first out of the 3rd inning, but did play a big role as it advanced Caden Bressler to third base. So now after the quick mound visit, we're ready to go. Still nobody out. Leading off of third is Syracuse, and leading off of second just drove in 2 runs, Caden Bressler. 1-0, swung on a miss, blew that one by him. Probably the best pitch thrown so far over the course of these last couple of batters. And now a 1-1 count to Michael Long. 3 straight walks were issued in this inning before Caden Bressler went full before lining one down the right field line for a 2-run double. The wind, the kick, and the pitch. Interesting pitching out of the windup here with runners on second and third. Not a force at every base. His first is open. That one missed high for a 2-1 count to Michael Long. Max Bruff on DH. And then in the hole is Carson Carpenter, who would be the 9th batter of the inning as we continue to go round and round this Joplin lineup. 2-1 pitch on the way. His called strike at the knees on the inside corner, even things up 2-2. Now back into the batter's box. Looking to put the ball in play here and bring home a run or two to give Joplin a 2 or 3 run lead. They lead 5-4 right now. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one swung lined out to center field. Lovich over to get it. He makes the catch in stride, tagging from third and scoring easily as the throw comes back in is Corey Siracusa. Sac fly RBI, the first out of the inning finally for the Renegades, but a productive one as Siracusa trotted on home. That'll go down to a sac fly RBI for Michael Long. Bressler stays put at second base. So still a runner in scoring position. 8th batter of the inning stepping in. Runner out at second base, and that is Max Bruff, a designated hitter. Singled to right field in the first inning and then grounded out to bring in Bressler back in the third. Joplin now leads this one 6-4. Bressler takes his lead at second as Sherman shades a little towards the bag. Now back towards his position as this one is in there for strike one. Very long inning for the Renegades. Already given up 5 runs so far after Ty Wilmsmeyer left this game. After 3 innings, Brendan Perkins came in, did not record an out before being relieved. Pitch on the way. This one in there called strike 2. 2 nice pitches so far in this at-bat. Pitch to Max Bruff. So far in this inning, we had a single error, walk, 2 RBI double, and a sac fly to get us 5 runs with only 1 out recorded. Renegades still out hitting Joplin 5-4. This one hit in the air. Lovich should make the catch here. Comes in to make it, and that'll be out number 2. Runner stays put at second base as Lovich has now made 2 running catches to his left for the first 2 outs of this inning. And that'll bring up the 9th batter of the inning, Carson Carpenter. So after major damage was done, at least been able to record 2 outs the Renegades have. It's back-to-back flyouts to Ross Lovich, one being a sac fly, and the last just a plain flyout. As Caden Bryce, who drove in 2 of the doubles, still there at second base 2 outs later. Quick check of the runner. Bressler dancing off of second base. And now the pitch home. This one misses off the outside corner. Ball 1 to Carpenter, who walked to load the base in the first inning and then flew out to end the third to right field. If Carpenter can reach, it'll turn it back over to Garrett Chun, who singled to center to start this inning. Feels like forever ago. Check of the runner, and now the pitch brought home. Runner's going to go to third. Rocket Bomber up the throw, the tag at third, and they've got him. Bressler did get a bad jump, but it was a perfect pitch to throw on as Rocket Bomber was up with it. Easy throw to third, and the tag by Drill to end the inning, but not before damage done. Joplin scores 5 runs, and after 4 innings, they lead 6-4. We head to the 5th. Renegades have to rally. Back in just a second on the Show Me Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Back for this top of the 5th inning after a very long bottom of the 4th for the Jefferson City Renegades. They gave up 5 runs and go from leading 4-1 to now trailing 6-4. And they will come to bat here in the top of the 5th inning against a new pitcher for the Joplin Outlaws. Ethan Sally's day is done. He goes 4 innings pitched, gives up 4 runs. Did not pitch all that bad, if we're being completely honest. Had a couple of strikeouts. 2 strikeouts in the 3rd and 1 strikeout in the 4th. So he'll finish with 3 strikeouts on the day. And now we'll turn over to Kinson Mitchell. Number 29 right-handed pitcher will now come in to face this number 9 hitter in the Renegades lineup to start off this top of the 5th. Renegades now have to rally as Sherman punches this one out into right field, gets down just in front of the right fielder. Chun had to play it on a hop. It was pretty close, but Sherman lined it out to right field for a lead-off single. So nicely done, first pitch of that bat, and the Renegades have a base runner on. So now with Sherman, the number 9 hitter for the Renegades, reaching to start this top of the 5th inning. They will turn it back over to the top of the order, looking to do some damage, potentially tie this game up or take the lead. And Ross Lovich will be responsible to try and continue that movement. Sherman off of first, the pitch on the way, and it's going to get Lovich, and he's going to head down to first base. So 2 pitches and 2 base runners for the Jefferson City Renegades here in this top of the 5th inning, trailing 6-4. Sherman facing the new pitcher Kinson Mitchell, coming in after 4 innings from Ethan Sally. Mitchell immediately gave up a single to Hunter Sherman to right field and then just hit Ross Lovich. Now first and second with nobody out on this top of the 5th. With the runners now on first and second, and Sherman and Lovich will bring Colton Doyle into the batter's box. Been on both times today. He's going to square to bunt here, and he gets it down. It's a beauty. Tapped out to third. Long's got it. Throw to first and in time, but both runners advance. How to go as a sack bunt. Lovich to second, Sherman to third, and now the tying run at second base for the Renegades. Doyle immediately squared to bunt there after reaching base both times in his first 2 at-bats, but looking to advance runners, and he did just that. Got that one down the third base line. Coming in to get it was Long, and by the time he made the play, both runners had advanced. So now with runners on second and third, big opportunity here for Jeff City. Batting in will be Luke Fuller, the number 3 hitter. He looks at ball 1 here. Fuller had an RBI double for the second Renegades runner of the game back in the first inning. Was thrown out at third, but still an RBI, and then a single to center, and came around to score the 4th run for the Renegades in the 3rd. So good work so far from him tonight. Looks at ball 2 there, and he is now ahead. Even if Fuller can just put the ball in play here, you most likely get 1 run and get Sherman to trot home from third. And it would make it a 6-5 ball game. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one swung and ripped out to center field. Going over to make the catch is Carpenter. He's got it. Sherman's going to tag. Throw goes into short, and Sherman scores standing. So sac fly, productive second out of the inning, and the Renegades make it 6-5. Sherman comes in to score after leading off this inning with a single. Advanced to second on the hit by pitch, goes to third on the sac bunt, and scores on the sac fly. So some major small ball played there by the Renegades. A little bit still out at second base is the tying run. 6-5 now our score with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Check of Lovich back at second base, and now the pitch is grounded right back to the pitcher. Rocker Bomber hit it right at him, and the toss over to first baseman. Lotz got it, and that will end the inning. But the Renegades strike for 1 run. We are halfway home in this one. Renegades trail 6-5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th back in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Back for the bottom of the fifth inning here in Joplin, Missouri for Renegades versus Outlaws baseball. You're listening to the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you tonight's game where the Renegades jumped out to a 4-0 lead after 2.5 innings, but gave up 1 in the bottom of the third and then 5 in a very long bottom of the fourth inning. They trail this one 6-5 heading to the bottom of the fifth. They did grab 1 run just a second ago on a sacrifice fly, RBI, and still trail this one 6-5 despite out-hitting Joplin 6-4. First pitch of this inning is swung on and missed. Swinging through that one was Carson Carpenter, who was the only batter to not hit last inning. Or actually, he did come to the plate and was in the batter's box when there was a caught stealing to end the inning. So he did come to the plate, but now gets to bat here again to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight as this pitch is on the way. Misses outside, ball 1. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope we see a Renegades comeback here as they've got 4 more innings coming to the plate to try and, at least at the moment, scratch across 1 run. 1-1 count, nobody out. Leadoff hitter Carson Carpenter in this bottom of the fifth. This one misses low, and it is now 2-1. I do want to apologize. Still do not know who was pitching for the Renegades. Did a check of every roster I currently have, and that's 3 of them. And the rosters that I have a number 29 on them is Brendan Perkins, who, as we know, did pitch in that inning but was relieved. So we trot on with mystery pitcher for the Renegades. This one is hit out to right over towards it is Fuller, but Lovich is going to call him off and make the catch kind of at the last second. But regardless, Ross Lovich makes the running catch, and that is out number 1, recorded on Carson Carpenter to begin this bottom of the fifth inning. 5 runners coming around to score for Joplin in that bottom of the fourth inning. Garrett Chun, Liam Bailey, Cade Lott, Cole Cooper, and Corey Siracusa all cross the dish to bring Joplin from down 4-1 to up 6-4 at the time before Renegades added 1 more in the top of this inning. Now stepping in, Garrett Chun, who led off that bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch on the way. This one a called strike in there on the fastball. 0-1 the count to Joplin's right fielder. Grounded out to first base to end the first inning, and like I said, led off the fourth with a single to center field. Pitching out of the rotation. The delivery. This one misses high and outside, evening things up at 1-1. Excuse me, the windup, not the rotation. Lots of scoring so far on this one. Ty Wilmsmeyer got the start for the Renegades, and Ethan Sally got the start for Joplin. Certainly both had their moments on the mound, but also gave up a couple of runs. This one misses high and away. 2-1 now the count on the right fielder for Joplin. These two teams will meet up again on Wednesday after an off day tomorrow. Meet up Wednesday in Jeff City, and then right back in the same ballpark on Thursday night. We'll have that all for you on the Show Me Sports Network. 2-1 pitch now on the way. This one hit high in the air to right. This one hit very well Going back on it is the right fielder, and that one is over the wall and out of here for a home run. You got to hit it well to get it out over that right field wall. It's not only beyond the track. There is no wall. There is a hill. You got to hit it over that as well, and Garrett Chun did that as it continued to go and go. Fuller gave it a look, but it goes over the fence as the entire Joplin dugout emerges to greet Chun as he blasts one out of here. Joplin gets that run right back and lead this one 7-5. Very well hit ball there. Chun goes way out of the park to right field. I think he knew it immediately too. Did not hustle out of the box because he was admiring that one. And now 7-5 our score. Still plenty of time to go in this one. Bottom of the fifth inning, only one out. Now stepping in is Liam Bailey. This one misses inside, ball one. It was a 2-1 count when Chun turned on that one and sent it out beyond right field. And Joplin goes back up by 2 runs. Bailey, right-handed hitter, waits on the 1-0. This one in there, strike, evens you up 1-1. Bailey grounded out to begin the second inning to shortstop and then reached on an error when Jackson Lovich had trouble securing the ball at second base trying to get a force out. Spin on once, did score. Hits this one off the end of the bat into shallow center field. In comes Ross Lovich. He makes the catch in stride. He records his second catch of the inning and the second out, sending Liam Bailey back to the dugout. And a nice rebound there after the home run given up to get the second out of the inning. So now Cade Watt will step in. Renegades looking to get out of this fifth inning, still down just 2 runs. Cade Watt struck out swinging for the second out of the second inning. That was Ty Wilmsmeyer pitching at the time, and then walked against Brennan Perkins. One of 3 straight walks that Joplin took last inning. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. This one misses high. That's a ball to Watt. Watt wasn't a full count when he did force that walk. Now back on the bump. Watt back into the batter's box and awaits the 1-0. Nobody on. This one in there called strike. This inning has gone fly out to center. Home run to right field by Garrett Chun. First home run by either side tonight. And then once again a fly out to center field. So 2 on and nobody out. 7-5 our score. Joplin looking to build on a 2-run lead. This one inside, and they're going to say that got him, and he's going to trot down to first base. Cade Watt via the hit by pitch. He ducked out of the way. I think that got maybe his elbow or even just the jersey on the way by. And a 2-out base runner for Joplin. We've seen a bunch of hit by pitches already on this game for both sides. I believe that's the second Joplin batter that's gotten hit by a ball. 2 outs, runner on first. Lott a modest lead at first base. Cole Cooper now into the box. Left-handed hitter awaits the 0-0 pitch. This one in there, called strike. Cole Cooper was victim of one of those hit by pitches in the second inning, and then one of the walks back in the fourth came around to score. Lead off of first base. Here's the pitch on the way. This one grounded to third. Making the stop is Nolf, and he steps on the bag to end the inning. Nice defensive play there. But 1 run scores for Joplin, that being on the Garrett Chun blast to right field. So Renegades got work to do. Down 7-5. We head to the 6th inning on the Show Me Sports Network. Be right back.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Back for the top of the 6th inning here in Joplin. Just about ready to go for the top of the 6th inning here in Joplin for a match between Joplin and Jefferson City. We are just now getting back for the top of the 6th inning here in Joplin for a matchup of Jefferson City and Joplin. Second road game of the season for Jeff City as Jackson Lovich fouls that one off and is now quickly 0-2. The Renegades leadoff batter this inning. Lovich in an 0-2 count. Leads off this top of the 6th. Renegades show by 2 runs. Fouls this one off once again, and it is 0-2. Lovich grounded out to second and struck out in his 2 at-bats so far tonight. And now looks to get a rally going for Jeff City as they trail this one 7-5. Lovich now back in the batter's box, misses outside there. Now the count moves to 1-2. The kick, the wind, and the pitch. This one lined out to right center field. That's going to get down for a leadoff hit for Lovich. Turns around first, but he'll stay right there. And Renegades have their first batter of the inning on in the form of shortstop Jackson Lovich. His first time reaching tonight as he lines that single to center field. Renegades had a lead 4-0 in this one before giving up 1 run in a third, 5 runs in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. 7-5 our score. First pitch of this at bat is ripped but foul down the left field line. So it'll be 0-1 on Nolan Drill, third baseman. Bats with a runner on first and nobody out to start this top of the 6th inning. Renegades have got 12 outs to try and come up with at least 2 runs here, trailing into the second game in a row of 4 total for Joplin and Jefferson City this week. Lovich takes his lead off of first base, and now the 0-1. This one hit high in the air into shallow right field. Coming in is Chun. Out to get it is Bressler, and Bressler makes the catch for the first out. Quick throw back to first, and getting back in there just in time safely is Lovich, and that'll be a pop out to second base for the first out of the inning. Lovich had to get a little bit off the bag, as wasn't sure originally if that was going to be caught, but just got back into first as heads up play by Bressler to throw that back to first base. So first out of the inning is recorded, goes pop out to Nolan Drill, his third out recorded. So now turns it over to Cole Wagner, who was hit by a pitch but then caught stealing his last time up. Tying run for the Renegades, looks at a ball to begin his at-bats, left-handed hitter facing the right-handed pitcher. Kinston Mitchell in for his second inning of work. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one hit off the end of the bat, foul towards the Joplin dugout, makes things 1-1. Wagner looking to turn it over to Ian Nolf and Hunter Sherman on deck as Renegades look to rally in this one. Lovich not a very big lead at all off of first base, being held on over there by a lot. Quick throw over there is not in time. Diving back in was Lovich, so stays alive over there at first base. Renegades need 2 runs, trailing 7-5. They've been trailing ever since Joplin scored 5 in the bottom of the 4th inning off of 2 different Renegades pitchers. Lovich extends his lead off first. This one's hit foul over our heads, and that'll make things 1-2. Wagner playing left field this evening for Jefferson City, grounded out to first on a bang-bang play in the 2nd inning, and like I said, was hit by a pitch in his last time up, but was caught stealing, thrown out at second base in the 2nd out of the 4th inning. Now looking to do some 2-strike damage, 1-2 count. Jackson Lovich, who singled to start this inning, leads off of first base. The check of the runner and the pitch. This one misses low and away, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Now 2-2 count. Lovich off first. This one gets by the catcher, and Lovich will trot into second base, pass ball. Wild pitch, and now runner in scoring position and a full count for Jefferson City. That one got all the way to the backstop, and Lovich immediately took off for second base and made it in there easily. And not only that, it moves the count to full on Cole Wagner. Now a chance to get 2 base runners on here if Wagner can reach. Lovich dancing off second. 3-2 on the way. This one is fouled off, and we'll do it again. Into the stands. Off to the right side, and he stays alive. Renegades trail this one by 2. 7-5 our score. They've got 11 outs to try and come back from this deficit here in the top of the 6th inning. Lovich takes his lead, defense playing straight up, and here's the 3-2. This one hit down the left field line, curving foul, and that is going to get down on the dirt in foul territory. So we will once again do the 3-2 pitch. We'll do it for the 3rd time here in just a second, as Lovich will have to head back to second base. Good battle here going on between Kenson Mitchell and Cole Wagner. Wagner, left-handed hitter, playing left field tonight. 0 for 1, but could play a big role in a potential Renegades comeback if he can reach here or drive in Lovich, who led off this inning with a single. Continuous check of the runner, and now the 3-2 pitch brought home. This one swung, grounded back up the middle. It's hit shortly. Diving slide by the shortstop, but he's got no play, and now leaning too far off at third is Lovich, but he just gets back in safely. Shortstop Bailey made a sliding stop, but it was just hit so slowly that there was going to be no chance to get Wagner at first. Lovich almost caught too far around the bag at third, but he dove back in. So now 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Renegades got something cooking. That'll be an infield single. Lovich moving up to 3rd on the play, and now as long as Renegades can stay out of a double play here, they've got a chance to make this a 1-run game once again, or keep it moving and get play for a chance at a tie. Renegades scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th for their 5 runs. Joplin gets 1 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th to put them at 7. So now stepping in with an RBI opportunity is Ian Nolf. He looks at one at the knees for strike 1. Jackson Lovich leads off 3rd. Cole Wagner leads off 1st, both hitting singles this inning. Nolf so far tonight grounded out to 2nd and called strike 3, looking to end the 4th inning. Taking off is runner. This one is grounded foul, so Wagner will have to head back to 1st. Got a pretty decent jump there. Don't know if they were trying to put on a steal of home there if the throw went down to 2nd, but That makes it 0-2 after the foul. Ball is no foul that went off to the left side. So now back into the batter's box is Nolf. He's got an 0-2 count to deal with as Wagner leads off third. Wagner off first, Lovich off third. Pitch on the way is skipped in the dirt. Nice block, and that'll make things 1-2. Runners stay put. Wagner was running on the 0-1 pitch, but did not run there on the 0-2 pitch. So he's at first, Lovich at third. Renegades need 2 runs to come back to tie this one. We're in the top of the 6th inning, a 1 out. Look in the 1-2. This one misses low and away, and that evens things up 2-2. Not a bad pitch whatsoever. Bent off the plate, but could not get Nolf to chase there, especially at 1-2. Not a bad pitch choice and location whatsoever. So now we'll do it 2-2 the count. Now we'll see if Wagner's going from first. He is not. Pitch on the way. It's fouled off the backstop, and we'll do it again here in just a moment. 7-5 our score. This game moving a little bit slower now that some more runs are starting to be scored. Off day tomorrow as Renegades will head back to Jefferson City following this one tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners on first and third. Nolf waits, and here comes the pitch. This one swung on and missed. That's strike 3, and an unproductive at-bat there as Lovich has to stay put at third, and now 2 outs. Chance to get out of this inning with no runs allowed after the strikeout swinging to Ian Nolf, the first baseman, his second strikeout of the the evening at this point. It's another number 9 hitter, Hunter Sherman, who did single and come around to score the 1 run that the Renegades put up last inning. He's going to have to do some 2-out delivering here if the Renegades want to score. Potential just 1 run or even more. First pitch of the at-bat now on the way. This one skips in there, blocked by the catcher, and that'll be the first ball. We saw Wagner in last at-bat run on an 0-1 pitch, but has not taken off for second since. Wagner almost got caught leaning thrower to first. It was a close one, but he dives back in safely. It was a good idea to throw over at that point in time, but could not get Wagner diving back into the bag. So 1-0 pitch will be on the way here in just a moment to Sherman. Got the strikeout and the single on the evening, his third at bat, and a big one as Renegades trail by 2 with runners on first and third. Once again, the throw over to first, and even closer this time. Tag was applied by Lott, but not in time as Wagner dove back into first. So now the set on the mound, pitching from the stretch. There goes Wagner. This one is fouled off, and for the second straight time that Wagner goes, the ball is fouled, and he'll have to trot back to first. Evens count up at 1-1 to the Renegades number 9 hitter. Renegades had first and third with 1 out, but Ian Nolf just struck out swinging, and now don't want to waste an opportunity here. Hunter Sherman's going to have to come through. Trying to get out of this. Joplin is without allowing a run. They hold a 7-5 lead. Pitch on the way. This one is a called strike. Found the outside corner there and makes it 1-2. So now a strike away from ending this inning. Do see someone up and stretching down in the Renegades bullpen. We'll see if new pitcher comes into the game for this next inning. I see someone down in the Joplin bullpen as well. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, runners on first and third. Renegades trail by 2. Here's a delivery. This one swung and fouled into off the umpire, I believe. So we'll have to do the 1-2 again. Umpire's going to take a quick little trot around it. I think that got him in the face mask. Never love to see that as Sherman fouled that straight back. Umpire's going to need a second. Clearly got him up near the face area as the mask immediately came off. He's still trotting up the first baseline. Hope he is all right. No leave for a breather now. So as they look to work this out, it looks like home plate umpire is all right. Now walking back towards home plate as crowd gives him a round of applause. He deserves it. Taking a foul ball to the face mask can never be fun as someone who has never caught or umpired. Can't really share any personal experience, but science tells me that a ball moving that fast to the head or neck area would not be fun. So glad he is all right. And now a very big pitch coming up in this ball game here in just a moment. Hunter Sherman back into the batter's box. He is 1 for 2 on the day, looking to extend this top of the 6th inning for Jefferson City. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. This one is a called strike 3 inside corner, and that ends the inning. So Renegades threaten, but they do not score, and that will end it. Heading to the bottom of the bottom of the 6th, still 7-5 our score. So we'll be back in just a moment. Renegades got work to do, and it starts on the pitching mound. Stay with us.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
Alrighty, we are back for Renegades Baseball on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you all of tonight's coverage between the Jefferson City Renegades and the Joplin Outlaws. Bottom 6 inning, a 7-5 our score, Renegades trail. First pitch is swung and fouled back. That pitch coming to Corey Siracusa, leadoff batter, his 4th at bat. Walked and scored in his last one up back in the 4th inning. After an inning and a half or so of work, I believe we finally have identified this mystery pitch for the Renegades. Grayson Ehrman, after some investigating and some help on the listening end, believe that is who has pitched for the Renegades here this last inning and even more, and has actually pitched really, really well despite coming into a bases loaded no-out situation. Strike there, so now 0-2 very quickly to Corey Siracusa, pardon me. Once again, I want to apologize for taking so long to figure that out. Well, so many changing numbers and rosters, that is why. So here he comes with the 0-2 pitch. This one just misses. That misses high for a ball. Ehrman came into a bases-loaded no-out situation in the 4th inning. Gave up a couple ground-outs, sac fly to get out of that one, and then let up the home run last inning to Garrett Shun, but nothing much after that. Has pitched effectively and now ahead 1-2. This one is going to hit off the batter, and trotting down to first base will be Corey Siracusa. I heard a clank. I don't know if it hit off of the protective equipment on the elbow, but regardless, it's a hit by pitch, and the leadoff batter has reached for Joplin. So after the leadoff batter reaches, it'll turn it over to the left-handed batter, Caden Bressler, second baseman and pitcher, pitched last night at Vivian Field in the Joplin Outlaws' 9th inning defeat. He bats here after grounding out, reaching on an error and a 2-run double. Hit hard down the right field on his last time up, and now steps into the box with a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch on the way is lined. This one's going to get down into right field for a base hit. Moving up to second is Siracusa, and first and second, nobody out. Trouble upcoming for the Renegades here. This one was once again hit hard, more right at an outfielder. Took one hop directly to Fuller, but regardless, Bressler has a second straight hit, and he is now at first base. So with Bressler now at first, Siracusa at second, that'll turn it over to Michael Long with a chance to do some damage. Into the batter's box now. We're ready to go. Not huge leads. Nolf does not hold on Bressler at first. This one is hit hard, and that's going to get into the right center field gap, and that is trouble. On his way to third and being waved in is Siracusa. Bressler is right on his heels. He will score as well, turning and making the run over to third. Throw gets away, and that is going to be a Little League home run. It'll go down into 2 RBI triple. Throwing error allows Michael Long to trot all the way home, and that's the way you draw it up, Little League style. Coming all the way around the bases is Michael Long, and that will bring in 3 runs. Siracusa had to hold at second, but he scored easily. Bressler running all the way was right on his heels, and as Michael Long made the turn to go to third, the throw is air-mailed into the dugout, and all 3 come around to score. 2 RBI triple and a throwing error. And Joplin has just scored 3 runs to go up 10-5. So Corey Siracusa led things off with a hit by pitch. Caden Bressler single to right field, and then a 2 RBI triple. And a throwing error brings in 3 runs. So now Max Bruff in. He looks at ball 1. That ball was really well hit off the bat of Michael Long, deep into that right center field gap, and he was halfway to third by the time that relay throw even came in. 1-0 pitch to Bruff is skipped in there. That'll be ball 2. So now nobody out in this bottom of the 6th inning, and 3 runs have already come in to score. Renegades 1 point led this one 4-0 and now trail 10-5 up and in, and that got Bruff on the shoulder, and that's a hit by pitch. 4th straight batter will reach. Bruff will trot down to first base. It was 0 outs. Renegades show this one at 10-5 after a hit by pitch, a single, and a 2 RBI triple, and then a throwing error sent home Michael Long. So all 3 of those runners score, and now still nobody out. Shades of the 4th inning here for the Renegades. Max Bruff now on first base. And I believe that may be the end of the evening for Grayson. Coach is coming out to get him. Did give the Jefferson City Renegades some length out of their bullpen, but that will be it. So pitching change for Jeff City. We'll be back in just a moment to tell you who it is. Stay with us. Renegades trail 10-5.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade, with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421 801-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Pitching change now for the Renegades as Grayson Ehrman leaves after not getting an out here in this bottom of the 6th inning. And in comes Heath Stuckey now on the mound for the Renegades. He's got to deal with a runner leading off first base and Carson Carpenter in the batter's box. Looking to get this first out of the inning for the Renegades. Shown bunt. Carpenter fouls that one off, and that'll be strike one. Grayson Ehrman did give the Renegades some length out of the bullpen, but ran into some trouble here this inning. Hit by pitch, single, and then a 2-run triple, followed by a hit by pitch, ended his evening, and now turns it over to Stuckey, looking to try and get out of this and keep it a 10-5 score. Renegades led 4-0 this one, but have been outscored 10-1 since. 10-5, Joplin leads after Renegades came back and won late last night, 7-6. Joplin, at least right now, on their way to evening up this series 1-1. Count 1-1 as well as Carpenter, left-hand hitter, in against Stuckey. Waits for the pitch, swing and a miss. Tried to throw it down to first base, and the ball actually fell out of the hand of Rocket Bomber. Might have hit the batter, don't know, but regardless, tried to do a pickoff attempt at first and ended up with the ball just landing right in front of home plate. Stuckey gets the swing and the miss of Carpenter, so now 1-2 count. Stuckey is pitching out of the stretch with a runner on first base, that being Max Bruff, who is hit by a pitch before the pitching change. So 1-2 now on the way. This one swung and grounded to second. He is going to go to short to Lovich, and the throw pulls him off the bag. Everybody's safe. Sherman tried to make the long throw. He was moving to his left to field the ground ball, spun and throw to Lovich at short, and Lovich, despite a jumping effort, was pulled off the bag, and everybody reaches. That'll be an error. So this inning continues without recording an out. Coaches are going to go out here. I don't know what they're discussing at the moment. Someone running in. Is there going out to look? I believe they're going out to look at Hunter Sherman, who is clutching. I thought he was just bending down after making the throwing error, but now it actually looks like he's leaning down and clutching that arm. Multiple coaches going out to look at him, and now trainer, I believe, emerges from the Joplin dugout. Looks like he has some serious pain in that right arm area. He put some heat in that throw as Bruff was hustling to second base, but pulled Lovich off the bag, and now first and second, nobody out. And now we're going to have an injury visit. With that injury, we'll take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Alrighty, back from that injury delay here in Joplin, Missouri. And sadly for the Renegades, Hunter Sherman is going to have to leave the ballgame with what looked like an arm injury. But regardless, he's replaced by Colby Ott at second base, and we are now ready to go. First pitch to this at-bat is missing outside for a ball. That's Garrett Shawn, who sent one out to deep right field for a solo shot last inning. And now he bats for runners on first and second. Nobody out here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off a second is Max Bruff. Leading off to first is Carson Carpenter. Pitch brought in, grounded to first. Throw on to second for one. Lovich scoops back to first. And not in time. Just missed out on a double play. But regardless, a nice scoop by Nolf. Lovich caught that ball at second base in stride and threw it back to first. It was a close play, a step away from turning two. But regardless, Renegades do get an out as Chun reaches at first base. On the play, Bruff moves up to third. And now Garrett Chun will lead off at first base. We'll see if they try and put him in motion and potentially stay out of a double play possibility. Renegades showing in this one 10-5. Have given up 5 runs, 1 run, and 3 runs in the last 3 innings alone. After starter Ty Wilmsmeyer went 3 innings, 1 run. Brennan Perkins, Grayson Ehrman, and Heath Stuckey have followed. Stuckey still in the ballgame now, pitching with 1 out. Pitch in there, a called strike to Liam Bailey to start his at-bat. Bailey bats. Runners on first and third and 1 out, chance to extend what is a 5-run lead for the Joplin Outlaws. Bailey grounded out to reach on an error and flew out in his 3 at-bats so far. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one misses low and away. Rocker Bombers got it. And that evening things up at 1-1. Bruff takes his lead out at third. Chun out at first. Carpenter was just taken out on the fielder's choice. And this one is fouled back, makes things 1-2. Heath Stuckey just came into this ball game after Max Bruff was hit by a pitch. Carson Carpenter then reached on an error before being eliminated on a Garrett Chun fielder's choice just moments ago. So Stuckey so far has been effective in getting Joplin to hit the ball on the ground. Only 1 out so far. This one misses inside, evening things up at 2-2. Like I said, Colby Ott just entered the game at second base moments ago after Hunter Sherman left with what appeared to be an arm injury based on how he was holding it out there in the field. Came right after he made a throwing error that pulled. This pitch just misses, makes the count full. Made the throwing error on a pitch that just pulled Lovich off the bag at shortstop. Otherwise, there would be 2 outs in this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners take the lead at first and third. Swing and a miss. Stuckey got it by him, and that is a strikeout, second out of the inning. Nice work there by Heath Stuckey. Records his second out of the inning. Back-to-back outs now on Garrett Chun and Liam Bailey. And now chance to get out of this inning with no further damage allowed if he can get Cade Lott right here. Runners still at first and third. Lott steps in after being hit by a pitch back in the 5th. Also scored in the 4th. This one floats in there for a strike 1. Lott was one of the 3 straight walks issued by Renegades pitching in the 4th inning, and what turned out to be a 5-run inning for Joplin. Pitch on the way, 0-1. This misses. Nice block there by Rocker Bomber. Keeps it in front of him, and the runners stay put. 1-1 now the count. Renegades showing in this one 10-5. They led 4-0 and have now scored 10-1 since. Looks like the Renegades are on their way to a loss here, but did get the win last night, so that'll even up the series at 1-1. Although I don't want to speak too soon. Still 3 more innings for the Renegades to try and push across 5, and we saw them push across 5 in the first 5 innings of this one. 4 in the first 3, so certainly an opportunity. Don't want to rule that out yet, as this one is fouled off, and that makes it 1-2. Would have to take a big rally, though, as Renegades will come to bat in the 7th inning. I believe it'll be the top of the lineup. It will be the top of the lineup. Ross Lovich, Colton Doyle, and Luke Fuller due up for Jefferson City to start the 7th inning. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, 1 strike away from ending it as Heath Stuckey has entered the game with 2 runners on and no outs and has not given up a run yet. But runners lead at first and third. 1-2 count to Cade Lott. Runner goes, pitch on the way, misses inside, throw to second. He's going to be in there safely. Now coming home and scoring is Max Bruff in with a slide. Throw home. Wasn't even one made, and that will lead to another run for Joplin. It was a double steal as soon as Garrett Chun took off for second, he was in there easily. Rocket Bomber tried to throw down, and Bruff came home with a head first slide in there. And the 4th run of this inning makes it a 11-5 Joplin lead. Stuckey now 2-2 count, trying to get out of this inning. Taking his lead off. Second is Chun. Stuckey looks him and now brings home. 2-2 is hit high in the air down the right field line, but this will get out of play. So after the double steal that led Chun to get to second and Max Bruff, the DH, to come home from third, fourth run of the inning, 3 of them coming on a RBI triple by Michael Long. And still one runner on as Garrett Chun is out at second base, but 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cato out, the first baseman. He's Stuckey, who came into this game in the middle of the inning trying to end this and send us to the 7th. Here comes the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, struck him out, the second straight strikeout. And that will end the inning, but not before Joplin does some more damage. They put 4 on the board, and lots of work to be done for Jeff City. We'll see if they can do it. It's going to start with the top of the order. We'll be back for the 7th in just a moment.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Back for the 7th inning, and the Renegades have work to do. Renegades led this one 4-0 early. We're up, had 5 runs, down by 1 run at some point, but now trail this one by 6 runs, 11-5 our score. And it'll be the top of the order that'll try and at least dig into this current 6-run deficit. Ross Lovich, who has tripled and scored. Colton Doyle and Luke Fuller will be the 3 to start this inning. We'll see what work they can do. Looks like we also have a new pitcher into the ball game. We'll get you that one in just a second. It is going to be number 27 entering the ball game. We'll have that name in just a second. Skips a warm-up pitch in there now. So it'll be Brent Graham now pitching into this one, number 27, as you just heard on the PA. We did have an injury in that last inning for the Renegades as second baseman Hunter Sherman was hurt on the throw. Had to be replaced out there on defense by Colby Otts. So now we'll see Otts potentially bat maybe in this inning or in the 8th, as he is now hitting in the middle of the lineup. Actually to the bottom of the lineup, so it will be a little bit till we see him come to the plate. A little bit longer in between innings here as Graham gets the time to warm up. While we wait for Graham to finish his warm-up pitches, with the Renegades playing a road game today, make sure to go ride in with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel, as our group sizes range from 1 to 100, as us here at the Renegades certainly have more than one. They do it all. Doc and Norm Direct is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all the road games safely, doing it multiple times this week. Also officially in style. To book your spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991. So Graham now ready to go. He'll deal with the top of the Renegades lineup. It'll start with Ross Lovich. Steps in. Graham looks like he's going to be pitching from the stretch and is now ready to go. This one is going to get a piece of Lovich in one pitch, and he'll trot on down to first. Got him in the lower leg area, maybe the knee, and Lovich will take the free pass to begin this inning. Lovich hit by a pitch now on back-to-back plate appearances. So now with Lovich trotting on down to first. Give a chance for Colton Doyle to try and move him over. Renegades showing by 6 runs in this one, 11-5. Wild considering they still have out-hit Joplin, but have made 5 errors so far in just their 6 innings in the field. First pitch is a called strike to Colton Doyle, as Lovich takes his lead off first, down 6 runs. Not particularly a threat here to run, but you never know. Lovich, decent sized lead, held on by Lott. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one misses outside, and that'll even things up at 1-1. We'll see if Renegades can at least maybe chip into this lead. Not looking to get all 6 back at once, but you've got 7, 8, and 9 to work with. Maybe put a couple up on the board here and give yourselves a chance. Head into the bottom half. Lovich led off this inning with a hit by pitch. Now leads off at first. 1-1 on the way, and this one is going to hit Doyle as well. Back-to-back hit by pitches. Doyle tosses the bat aside, and now first and second with nobody out. 2 absolute gifts to the Renegades, and they've potentially got something cooking here. Lovich will slowly trot up to second base as Doyle heads down to first. So not a great start here for Graham out on the mound, and that's going to warrant a pitching visit. Visit to the mound, pardon me. Brett Graham just came in to start this inning. Now has hit back-to-back batters. Lovich led it off, and then actually Doyle was not the one who took that plate appearance. I was so focused on the other changes that happened in his last couple innings. It was Carter Mize who came in and pinch hit at DH there and was hit by the pitch. So now his first at bat trots down to first. And now turn over to Luke Fuller. First and second, not held on, and there goes Lovich to third, and he is going to make it in sliding. Don't know if they saw that one coming. Lovich got a really good jump, and the pitch was in the dirt, so Lovich dove in head first, and now first and third with nobody out for the Renegades. Carter Mize did not leave first base on that stolen base attempt. Lovich will now take a walking lead at third. Mize off of first. This one inside. That one was pretty close to getting Luke Fuller as well, so real issue with command for Brett Graham so far in this inning. It is now 2-0 to the Renegades' number 3 hitter, Luke Fuller. Fuller on the evening had the RBI double back in the first, singled and scored in the third, and then sac fly. This one is going to be, they're actually going to rule a balk there. Pitch came home, but they rule a balk, and both runners get to advance. Lovich comes home, taking his sweet time, steps on the plate, and Carter Mize goes up to second base, and run scored this inning. And in a 2-0 count, I believe that is going to be it for Brett Graham. Was nowhere near the strike zone all inning long, and they're going to come and get him. So he will trot off to the dugout. Renegades still in this one, down by 5, and with no outs, they've got a runner on. We'll see if they continue this rally when we come back in just a moment.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Back for the top of the seventh inning, as the Renegades have a little bit of something cooking here, looking to try and come back from what at the start of this inning was a 6-run deficit. Now it's at a 5-run deficit, 11-6 our score. As new pitcher to start this inning, Brett Graham was all over the place, could not find the location. He hit Ross Lovich to start the inning, then hits Carter Mize pinch hitting for Colton Doyle at the DH spot. Both of them hits, moved up to first and third after a stolen base by Ross Lovich, and then a balk just happened by Brett Graham. Allowed Lovich to trot on in to score and move Mize up to second, and that was enough apparently for the Joplin Outlaws. They come and remove Graham, and now a new pitcher, Josh Harriman. Submarine-style pitcher, looks hard enough to hit, and I'm standing up here in the press box. Don't know what the batters are thinking. So now stepping back in a 2-0 count will be Luke Fuller, and that one misses, so now 3-0 count to the right fielder for the Renegades. It was 2-0 when Brett Graham left the at-bat. And now a chance here to get another base runner on for the Renegades in a game that they trail by 5. Submarine delivery. This one is going to hit Luke Fuller. Third hit by pitch of the inning. Could not find the location there, and Luke Fuller will trot on down to first. 3 hit by pitches in a row. Not often you see something like that. And now first and second, still nobody out for the Renegades. Continue to keep the line moving, and the Renegades will give themselves a real chance to jump back into this one. Down 6 at the start of the inning, but if T.J. Rockerbomber could potentially put one in a gap here, Renegades will be right back in this one here in the top of the 7th inning. Rockerbomber steps in, ground out to third, RBI single, and a ground out so far at his line tonight. Rockerbomber left-handed batter waits for the submarine delivery. This one misses up. That's ball 1, so no strikes delivered so far by new pitcher Josh Harriman. Like I said, submarine-style delivery, dips way down before throwing it towards the plate. Runners take their lead at second and first. Mize at second, Luke Fuller at first. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one misses high, and 2 balls and no strikes. So both Brett Graham and Josh Harriman in this inning for Joplin out of the bullpen have not found anywhere near the strike zone. And now continued movement down in that Joplin bullpen down beyond the left field wall. We'll see if they have to go to a third pitcher this inning if Harriman can't find the strike zone. You have to think taken here. 2-0 Rockerbomber. Watches this one get called for strike 1. Was on the outside corner. Gets the benefit of the call there. First strike thrown by Harriman since entering this ballgame. He came in a 2-0 count to Luke Fuller. Threw 1 ball before hitting him with a pitch, and then now is in a 2-1 battle with the Renegades catcher. 2 runners on, nobody out, 11-6 our score. This one swung on and missed. Rockerbomber could not make contact with that one, and now quickly getting back from 2-0 to 2-2 now is Harriman. A chance to record the first out of the inning as the Renegades look to mount a comeback. Renegades were up 4-0 before giving up 5 runs in the 4th inning and 4 runs in the 6th. A couple others sprinkled in between, an 11-6 our score. Here in Joplin for the second of 4 straight games. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one way up and in, and that got Rockerbomber. 4 straight hit by pitches, and the Renegades have got him loaded. Cannot recall when I've seen such loss of control by a pitching staff, and that's exactly what has happened to Joplin here on this warm, hot evening. So Mize goes to third, Fuller up to second, and Rockerbomber, who is in a 2-2 count, trots to first, all on hit by pitches, not to mention hit by pitch to Lovich, who already came in to score this inning on a balk. There's now a golden opportunity for Jackson Lovich, who singled and was stranded at third last inning. 5th batter of the inning, still nobody out and bases loaded. The Renegade shortstop. First pitch, that one misses low and away, ball 1. So out of the 3 batters that Josh Harriman has faced since coming in, only thrown 2 strikes, and they were both to Rockerbomber before losing him on a hit by pitch. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one swung on and fouled back off the net. That'll even things up, 1-1. Big at bat here for the shortstop starting today. Lovich now back in. Runners will take their leads. Carter Mize off a third, Luke Fuller off a second, and TJ Rockerbomber off a first. 1-1 count, no outs, and the delivery. This one misses inside. Lovich didn't even flinch as that one neared his ankles, and that'll make things 2-1. Renegades, coming into this inning trailing by 6 runs, have the tying run now on deck. 2-1 pitch on the way. This one swung and hit out to short. It is hit very slowly, though. Throw to second, and it's thrown away into right field. 1 run's going to already in, and another run is going to trot on home. No out recorded, and it is now an 11-8 ball game. Carter Mize had already scored on the play. Shortstop Bailey tried to deliver it to Bressler. Was going to be a tough throw with how slowly it was hit, and by the time it kicked into right field, not only had Carter Mize shot it home, but Luke Fuller came all the way around to second base. The second and third runs of the inning. That'll go as an error, allowing Jackson Lovich to reach, and now the tying run will step in. Still nobody out. Rockerbomber goes to third on the play as Lovich reaches, and now first and third, nobody out. All sorts of issues for both Brett Graham and Josh Harriman this inning. There goes Lovich. He's going to run. Fakes the throw to second. Lovich in there safely, and now second and third, still nobody out. Stolen base for Jackson Lovich. Lovich hit that one slowly in between third and short. Shortstop Bailey did make it, tried to throw to Bressler covering, and threw it away into right field, allowing not only Mize, who had already scored, but Luke Fuller to come around from second and score as well. Renegades put up a 3 spot so far this inning, now trail 11-8. This one misses now a 2-0 count on Nolan Drill, who is in right here. Renegades third baseman, 6th out of the inning, as an out is yet to be recorded. We've had a couple of these type of innings. First 2 being for Joplin, though. This is the first big inning for Jefferson City. We'll see if they can keep it going. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one swung off and fouled off to the right side off the net. Makes things 2-1. To recap this inning, Brett Graham came in to start this inning, hit the first 2 batters he faced, and brought in Ross Lovich on a balk. Before Josh Harriman came in, also hit 2 batters, and then just allowed 1 to reach on an error. And that has led to 3 runs being scored. Still runners on second and third, and nobody out. 2-1 pitch. This one swung and grounded foul over towards the Joplin dugout. That evens things up at 2-2. After the error, that allowed Rockerbomber to go from first to third. He would have been out at second base had there been an accurate throw, but the fielder's choice error allows him to stay in the game, stay on the base pass and head over to third base, while Lovich moved up to second after stealing a base during this at bat. Nolan Drill now back in, waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Runners at second and third, 11-8 our score. Here it is. This one misses low and in, just above the shoes of Drill, and that runs it full. Big pitch in this game is potentially could put the tying run on base with nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Been a wild game. Renegades were leading, and then we're down 6 runs heading into this inning, and now showing signs of life. 3-2 pitch. This one misses high, and that's ball 4. The wildness continues for Joplin. Still have not found any answers to finding it in the strike zone, and now bases loaded, nobody out once again. Real trouble brewing, and that is going to be it for Harriman. Another pitcher this inning for Joplin who can't record an out, and he will take the long walk back to the dugout. So tying run at first. Don't go anywhere. Renegades are right back in this one. Be back in just a moment. Bruin here came into this inning down big. They were down 6 runs, 11-5, and here they stand with the bases loaded, nobody out, in the tying run on first base. Ben Schmidt bringing you all of tonight's coverage on the Show Me Sports Network. This has been a long back-and-forth game. We're still in the top of the 7th inning. An out has not been recorded, and the third pitcher of the inning on for the Joplin Outlaws. See if this is finally the third time to charm to record an out for this team. Renegades have had a couple innings similar to this in the 4th inning where they gave up 5, and the 6th innings where they gave up 4. Similar circumstances where they just could not find anything to get out of it. And we've got something going out here, but this time in the Renegades' favor as a new pitcher is Eduardo Ojeda. Brett Graham came in, hit a couple batters, then got pulled. Josh Harriman, submarine pitcher, could not find the strike zone either. And after a base on balls to Nolan Drill to load the bases with nobody out, Joplin trying to cling to this 11-8 lead and go to the third pitcher to try and get out of it. and we'll see what Ojeda can do here. So with the bases loaded, Cole Wagner will step in. He grounded out on a bang-bang play to third in the second, hit by pitch, but was caught stealing in the fourth, and then singled, infield single, in his last time up in the sixth inning. So a gigantic opportunity for the Renegades outfielder. He's got TJ Rockerbomber off third, Jackson Lovich off second, and Nolan Drill off first. Stepping in, does have the left on right advantage here. We'll see if he does anything with that. Bases loaded. Who would have thought just about 30 minutes ago when they trailed this game 11-5, this is where we'd be. First pitch on the way. This one misses inside. That is a ball. Pretty crazy, the loss of control here for the Outlaws this inning. 4 straight hit by pitches to go with an error and a walk on as well. 1-0 pitch. This one inside, now 2-0. If Ojeda cannot find the control here and potentially force in a run, it would move the tying run to second base. Out is yet to be recorded in this inning. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one in the dirt, blocked, but that makes it 3-0. And you almost have to certainly think that Cole Wagner's given the red light here. 3-0, bases loaded, nowhere near the strike zone on any of the 3 pitches. Left-handed batter. Joplin plays pretty straight up defense. A lot almost directly behind the runner, Drill at first base. Other 3 are pretty much normal spots. 3-0 pitch. This one a called strike. That one's in there. Pretty easy call, and that makes it 3-1. First strike thrown by the new pitcher, Eduardo Ojeda, the third pitcher of the inning for the Joplin Outlaws. And movement still down in there in that bullpen. They've got to try and get 9 outs and hold this 11-8 lead. So here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. This one way high and outside, and that's ball 4. Another run will come in. Second straight walk. Second run forced in this inning as TJ Rockerbomber will trot on home. And that is run number 4 for the Renegades. Still nobody out. 11-9 now our score. At the very least, what a comeback attempt so far by the Renegades. Is now Wagner at first, Drill at second, and Lovich at third. This will now be the 8th batter of the inning, and not a single out has been recorded. First pitch of the at-bat. That one misses for a ball. It is going to be a pinch hitter for the Renegades. We'll have that for you in just a second. Look like Joe Hirsch. No, excuse me, that's 25, not 15. It is going to be Carter Gorling pinch hitting. I should have known. I've commented on his stirrups both times he has pitched, and he's donning them right now. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one just misses ball 2. So Carter Gorling pinch hits for Ian Nolf. Gorling pitched in last night's game against these Outlaws. Gave up a couple of runs, but also got a save in Jeff City's last road game last Sunday in Carroll. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one misses inside. 3-0. So Gorling takes over for Nolf at first base. Nolf finishes the night 0 for 3. We'll see what Gorling can do here. Runners lead off of third, first, and second. Lovich at third, Drill at second, Wagner at first. Back-to-back walks and 1 pitch away from a third straight. 3-0 pitch on the way to Gorling. This one at the knees. That's a called strike. Makes it 3-1. Renegades came into this inning trailing 11-5, down by 6 runs after giving up 4 in the bottom of the 6th inning, but they have scored 4 so far. Wildest thing is they've scored 4 runs, nobody else without a hit. This is popped up on the infield. Coming in is the first baseman, Lott. He's got the catch, and that will be the first out of the inning. Finally, the Outlaws get an out, and it comes with the way of a pop-up by Carter Gorling, and Lott got a little hairy there at the end, but as that ball came down, it fell into his glove, and that'll go as a pop-out for out number 1. So as I was saying, Renegades scored 4 runs, still have the bases loaded, 1 out, and do not have a hit this inning. 4 hit by pitches, 2 walks, and an error. And now, batting 9th, Colby Ott steps in. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. That one up and in. Ott bends out of the way. That'll be ball 1. Ott came in the bottom half of the 6th inning after Hunter Sherman on a throwing error apparently had an injury, looked to be an arm injury, but was not able to stay in the game. So Lott came in as Sherman left, and now bats in a big spot here, tying her at second base. This one skipped in the dirt. Now it's 2-0. New pitcher Eduardo Ojeda fell behind Carter Gorling 3-0 before getting a strike and then a pop out to the first baseman. So now 1 out. Joplin still leading this one 11-9, but runners everywhere. First, second, and third. Now big spot for Colby Ott, who was batting in the second spot last night for Jefferson City. Had some good plate appearance. We'll see what he can do here. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one called strike on the corner. That'll bring Ojeda back into this bat. Gets a called strike to bring it to 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way. Runners take the lead. Swung and grounded up towards the middle. Shortstop Billy's got it. Steps on the bag. Throw to first. And that's a double play. Ojeda hops off the mound. He is pumped up, comes in, bases loaded, and gets out of it, giving up no more runs. But the Renegades do major damage, cut into that lead. It's 11-9. This game is far from over, and we'll stand and stretch here in Joplin. Back in just a moment. 11-9 our score.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Here we go, bottom of the 7th inning in a brand new ball game after what just took place in the top half of this inning for the Jefferson City Renegades. He's Stuckey out for his second inning of work, trying to keep this right at an 11-9 score. To recap that top of the 7th inning for Jefferson City, they sent 9 batters to the plate without a hit. Hit by pitch, hit by pitch, hit by pitch, hit by pitch. Do not report me for spam because they actually were hit 4 times in a row. Jackson Lovich then reached on an error before 2 balks, forced in a couple of runs. Ian Nolf then popped out and Colby Ott grounded into a double play to end the inning. So Renegades score 4 runs and we now have an 11-9 ball game. Renegades right back in this thing as Stuckey looks to keep it right here. First pitch of that bat misses high and away for ball 1. So multiple different Renegades get credits for RBIs that inning thanks to the walks, forced in runs, hit by pitches. Now a 2-0 count here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch on the way from Stuckey, up and in, that misses. That makes it 3-0. So danger here of letting the first batter get on this inning. That is Cole Cooper leading things off. The only batter to not hit in that last inning for Joplin fouls this one off. That makes it 3-1. 3-1 the count to the left fielder for Joplin. Was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th, and then grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. And then, like I said, 8 batters coming to the plate in the 6th for Joplin. Cole Cooper was the only one to not. He now waits on a 3-1 from Stuckey. Swing and a miss. Blew that one by him, and now we're full. So good rebound in this at-bat by Heath Stuckey, who came in last inning during that 4-run barrage of runs scored. 3-2 pitch, swung and grounded to first. Is that one fair? No, it's just foul beyond the bag. That is Carter Gorling now in there at first base. We'll see if there was any other defensive substitutions. I mentioned Carter Mize came in last inning to pinch hit at DH. We see him a lot at first, but he's in the DH spot. So Gorling, who also came in, popped out for the first out of the inning, takes over at first. 3-2 pitch, swung and lined out to left. Should be an easy enough play for Wagner. He comes in and makes the play. Great rebound there by Heath Stuckey. 3-0 comes all the way back and gets the first out of the inning as Cole Cooper flies out. So it looks like just a straight switch there on defense. Carter Gorling coming in for Ian Nolf. Rest of the defense still the same. Colbiot did come in last inning at second base, replaced Hunter. Sherman's still out there now. So second batter of the inning, back to the top of the lineup, Corey Siracusa bats. Zero pitches in there for a strike to begin the at-bat. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning here in Joplin. A 1 pitch on the way. This one is in the dirt. Even things up 1-1. Joplin has scored 10 runs in their last 3 innings. We're up 11-6 heading into the 7th before Renegades scored 4 to make this a 2-run ball game once again. Now 1 out, no one on, bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the way. This one is swung and hit high in the air, out to right. Moving over and under it is Fuller. He has got the catch shoulder high, and that is out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts to begin this inning. Put things in perspective on some of the offense here. If, and that's a big if he's stuck, he can get this batter right here, Caden Bristler. That would be the first 3-up, 3-down inning recorded by Renegades pitching. I believe the first one of this ball game. There was one other 3-up, 3-down inning, and that was the Renegades batting in the 4th, but that was thanks to a caught stealing. So runner did reach that inning. First pitch of the at-bat, this one misses outside for a ball. There could have been one other back in the first inning, way back when Ty Wilmsmeyer was pitching for this Renegades team. Got what would have been the 3rd out, but a drop third strike allowed a runner to reach, and there went the 3-up, 3-down. So now 1-0 pitch, nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the 7th. This one is hit and grounded over by the Renegades. Dugout foul ball, even things up 1-1. Bressler playing second base tonight, grounded out to second, reached on an error and scored, had a 2 RBI smacked double in the 4th, and then reached on a single and scored in the 6th. We're going to keep this inning alive as he's Stuckey, who has looked good since he came in last inning, looking to get this inning 3-up, 3-down. 1-1 pitch. This one skips in there. Basically went off, I think, either the upper chest protector or face mask of Rocker Bomber. But no big deal with no one on. Makes the count 2-1. Just nearing 3 hours since first pitch as we are looking to get through this 7th inning. 11-9 our score. Joplin leads. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 now the count. Stuckey looks to send us into the 8th and keep this deficit right at 2 runs to give the Renegades a chance to further come back. Renegades scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, and 4 in the 7th. All 4 without a hit that inning. 2-2 pitch is hit, lined out to short. Lovich is under it. He's got it, and a 1-2-3 inning beautifully done for the Renegades. Lovich barely had to move to catch that pop-up, and that ends the inning. So we go to the 8th, 11-9 our score. This one's coming down to the finish. Be back on the Show Me Sports Network in just a moment.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
Alrighty, we'll see if this Renegades comeback trail can continue. They've got work to do against someone who looked really good coming in last inning for the Joplin Outlaws. That was Eduardo Ojeda, who came in bases loaded, nobody out, and got a pop-up and a double play to limit any further damage being done by the Renegades, and will now be back out for his 2nd inning of work. With how erratic Outlaw pitchers were that last inning, you have to think they feel pretty confident with how good Ojeda looked once he came in. But Renegades have work to do, trailing by 2 runs, and we're going to go back to the top of the lineup after all 9 came to hit in that bottom of the 7th. So it'll be Ross Lovich, who has now scored twice. He's hit by a pitch twice. First pitch of the at-bat. That one misses up. Ball 1 to the center fielder for the Renegades. One-0 pitch on the way. This one swung on a miss, makes things a 1-1 count. Lovich back into the box. Long look in. Now the kick and the pitch. This one hit high in the air, deep right center field. This ball continues to carry back, but Carpenter is going to run it down one step in front of the wall. I thought that one might have a chance to carry out of here, but Carpenter got up onto that hill, and a tip of the cap by Ojeda out to his center fielder. He loved that catch, as Carpenter actually caught that and then hit the right center field wall. No luck there for Renegades. Vlovich has now gotten 2 hit to that deep right center field gap, but an excellently run down ball by Carson Carpenter, and that is the first out of the inning, albeit a very loud first out of the inning. Caught that up on the hill, reminiscent of what we used to see at Minute Maid Park in Houston with Tulse Hill. So now after that first out, Carter Mize came into pinch hit last inning, DHing, was hit by a pitch, came around to score the second of the 4 runs. Now bats here and looks at ball 1 to begin his at bat. Really thought Lovich hit that one out, but now 1 out and nobody on, and now a 2-0 count as that one misses outside to Mize. Mize did put one over the outfield wall last night back in Jefferson City at Vivian Field at the time, put the Renegades up 5-1. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one misses high, and now 3-0 to the number 2 batter here for the Renegades lineup. Would bring the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 8th inning. 11-9 Joplin lead if Carter Mize can reach right here. 3-0 pitch on the way. And here it comes. Misses low, and that is ball 4. 4-pitch walk, and that'll send Mize on down to first base. So now Mize down at first base, and then I'll turn over to Luke Fuller, who was the 3rd of 4 straight hit by pitches. Had a run-scoring double in the first, single to center in the 3rd, sac fly RBI in the 5th, and the hit by pitch and run scored in the 7th. Now bats here the tying run as Carter Mize leads off first. Hits one up for ball 1. A little bit of movement down in that Outlaws bullpen. No throwing, but guys moving around. There is some throwing down in the Renegades bullpen beyond the right field line. 2 different guys up, just 1 throwing. We'll see if would come in to relieve Heath Stuckey, who pitched really well. Got the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the night. This one is a called strike. Even things up at 1-1 to Luke Fuller. Fuller batting in the 3 spot, playing right field. Looking to keep the train moving here. Renegades were down by 6 as late as last inning, and now trail by just 2 after a 4-run inning. This one inside makes it 2-1 count. Renegades no stranger to comebacks. They were down by a run in the 9th inning last night before a 2-run rally against this Outlaws squad led them to a 7-6 walk-off victory. They're going to have to come back again tonight, and they've got 5 outs to do it. 2-1 pitch on the way. Mize leads it first. This one is lined out to right. It is sinking fast, and it's going to hang up for the catch. Throw back to first. Mize the slide in, and just back in time. Mize had to go about 1/3 of the way, maybe halfway to second base with that one sinking as Chun came in to make the catch and fired a bullet back to first. Mize just slid back in time, though. It was almost an inning-ending double play, but that'll go down as a fly out to right field for the 2nd out of the inning. But tying run still coming to the plate, this time TJ Rockerbomber, who singled for an RBI in the 3rd inning and reached on the 4th hit by pitch and scored last inning. Lead off first for Mize. First pitch of the at-bat is in there for a called strike. Good location there. Robert Rockerbomber can keep this one going. It'll be Jackson Lovich on deck. And potentially Nolan Drill to follow. Bigger lead off first for Mize. This one is in there, called strike. And it's very quickly 0-2 to the cleanup hitter for the Renegades. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at the plate, but Renegades are running out of chances. They trail this one by 2 runs. Carter Mize lead off first. Pitch on the way. This one swung, grounded to first. Diving stop and a good play by Lott. Taps the bag with the glove, and that'll end the inning. Wasn't hit all that hard. but Lott was going off the bag to play even with the runner and dove to get it, and by that time just had to slap the glove on first base to end the inning. So tough luck there. Renegades strand a runner, and we will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Renegades still trailing by 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment.
Different actions stand out to different people, but everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
New pitcher into the ballgame for the Renegades after a nice couple innings of work by Heath Stuckey, and it'll be someone we just saw 24 hours ago, Tanner Schmitz, who actually got the win last night, pitched a scoreless inning in relief, and he's out here to try and get another scoreless one going tonight and send us to the 9th inning with the Renegades down just 2 runs. So Schmitz enters, Stuckey leaves, and just about finished with the warm-up pitches. We'll be just about ready to go here for this bottom of the 8th inning. Renegades couldn't do anything in the top half of this inning, so stay trailing by 2. On this game, Renegades have 8 hits compared to just 7, not just 7, but less than the Renegades. 7 total for the Outlaws, but the errors have been the big bugaboo. 6 of them so far committed by the Renegades, and 3 of them committed by the Outlaws. So some really poor defense overall led to what has been a very high-scoring game. 20 combined runs, and we'll see if it goes any further. Renegades are certainly hoping so, but they've got to pitch a scoreless bottom of the 8th first, and Tanner Schmitz will try to do that. So after 3 of 3 out inning, last inning, it'll be Michael Long who put one in the deep right center field gap his last time up. Schmitz now on the mound. He winds and brings this one home. This one inside, and that actually got Michael Long. Michael Long, I don't know if that got him on the elbow or the jersey, but they rule it as a hit by pitch, and he will trot down to first as the game of hit by pitches continues. This has got to be the most I think I've ever seen at a ball game. Just not great control tonight from either side, but chance here for Schmitz to try and get out of this if he can roll one up on the ground as Max Bruff steps in, caught last night DHing tonight. Single to right in the first, grounded out, but an RBI in the third, flew out in the 4th, and was hit by a pitch in the 6th. So now bats here in the 8th, and we'll look at a called strike one to begin his at-bat. Bruff will be followed by Carson Carpenter and Garrett Chun in the hole. Leading off first is Michael Long. He is being held on over there by Gorling, who just entered defensively last inning for pinch hitting. Bigger lead now, 0-1 pitch on the way, misses for a ball. That'll make it 1-1. Long was doing some dancing there off of first base, maybe trying to get in the head, catch the attention of Schmitz. Nobody out here in this bottom of the 8th inning. Renegades show this one 11-9 here against Joplin. Pitch on the way, this one in there for a called strike, and now 1-2 the count on the cleanup hitter for Joplin. Now back into the batter's box. Bruff winds the bat a few times and is ready to go for the 1-2. Called strike 3, and that will end Bruff's at bat. That one caught the outside corner, and that will ring him up looking. 4 pitches and a strikeout for Schmitz, and that's the first out of this 8th inning. That'll be a backwards K, and Long will have to stay put at first with 1 out now in this bottom of the 8th. just joining us, Renegades led this one early. They were up 4-0 before giving up a ton of runs to Joplin in the middle innings. Showed this one 11-5. His throw over to first base gets away past Gorling, getting up and going to second. Throw to second is not in time, as reaching there is Michael Long. It was a pickoff attempt by Schmitz over to Gorling, but it got away, and that allows now moving into scoring position Michael Long to move up to second. So Joplin was up 11-5 heading to the 7th inning in this one, when the Renegades then sent 9 batters to the plate, all without a hit, and scored 4 runs on a variety of hit by pitches and walks. And that has us at 11-9 ball game here. Nothing since we're in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out, and now after the throwing error, runner on second base. First pitch of the at-bat on the way to Carpenter. Quick check of runner back at second, and here it is. Swinging and a miss, got it past them there. Now moves to 0-1 on Carpenter. Carpenter walked in the first, flew out to right, flew out to center in the 5th, and then was reached on an error in the 6th, but was out as a part of a fielder's choice later that inning. Carpenter now back, waits for the 0-1 from Schmitz. Schmitz checking that runner at second, now brings it home. This one misses outside as Rockerbremer had to reach to get it, and that moves things to 1-1. Chun on deck, who blasted one out over the right field wall for our one out of the park home run of the game, if you don't count the Little League one that was hit by Long. Lovich does shade a little bit towards second, trying to keep the runner honest. Schmitz looks him back and now brings home the 1-1. This one hit in the air, but it's foul off behind us, and that'll make things 1-2. Just entering this inning is Tanner Schmitz, also pitched last night. Let it off with a hit by pitch to Michael Long, who is now at second because of a throwing error on a pickoff attempt, but did get Max Bruff to go down looking, and that's where we stand with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Joplin Outlaws trying to add to a 2-run lead. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Runner takes off for third. It is swung and just fouled off the end of the bat. Long will have to head back to second base, as staying alive just barely is Carpenter, and 2 strikes had to swing there, but barely made contact with that one off the end of the bat. And taking the long shot back to second base now as Long might have had that base stolen if not for the foul. So now we'll do it again, 1-2. Schmitz trying to finish off this at bat against Carson. Carpenter made an excellent catch on a deep fly ball hit by Ross Lovich to begin last inning. The set at the hip. And the throw back to second base, but no one was there, so the ball is not thrown. A couple of Joplin batters are chirping. Potential balk, but nothing called. Left-handed batting Carpenter now ready to go. 1-2 still our count to the foul ball. We'll see if Long tries to go again here. Dancing off of second base. Schmitz staring him down. Does not run. This one misses outside, and that makes it 2-2. It's a very big runner. Renegades trying to keep this right at a 2-run deficit. They will have the middle of the order due up in the top of the 9th inning. We'll have 5, 6, and 7. 2-2 to the left-handed batter, Carson Carpenter, who does not have a hit tonight. Has gone on a couple times, though. Look back at the runner, and the 2-2 brought home. This one off the end of the bat. Once again, just fouled. It was outside, and Carpenter enough to make contact and foul it back off the screen. Great job by Garrett Chun to go over and retrieve that foul ball. All right, here we go. Back into the batter's box. 2-2 count. Tanner Schmitz looking to record his second out of the inning, as a runner leads off of second base, and Michael Long got there on a throwing error. Schmitz continuously looking back at him, now brings home the 2-2. This one misses high, and we have run it full. Rockerbremer had to stretch up to grab that one. Otherwise, Long would have been on his way to third base, but was able to grab it. And we'll do it full count here. Not a huge harm if he does walk him. Opens up a double play possibility with an open base at first. Renegades trail this one 11-9, trying to keep it right here and send it to the top of the 9th. We're currently 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss to Carson Carpenter, and that is out number 2, second straight strikeout. This time swinging as Carpenter was out in front of that one, and that ends his at-bats. Nicely done there by Tanner Schmitz. He did out away for get out of this inning. Big at-bat here, though, and a dangerous hitter stepping into the plate. Garrett Shun, like I mentioned, to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, blasted one out over not only the warning track, but the grass hill beyond it. Went over the fence just in front of the scoreboard for a solo shot his last time up, or excuse me, 2 times up ago. First pitch of the at-bat, this one misses. That'll be ball 1. Shun in his last at-bat reached on a fielder's choice. Was the first out of that 6th inning recorded by Renegades pitching. But then 2 at-bats ago hit that solo shot over right field. 1-0 the count as Shun looks out at Schmitz, just holding the bat. Now Boudreau puts it over his left shoulder, waits on the Schmitz delivery. He checks long back at second base, still dancing off the bag. Looks at him again, and now we'll bring home the 1-0. This one misses as well. That one was closer, but called a ball, missed up and away. There's now 2-0 count. 2-0 count to the number 6 hitter in this Joplin lineup. If he can continue this inning, keep it going, he'll bring up Liam Bailey, who is on deck. He's scored once tonight. Currently sporting an over. Defense plays very straight up for the Renegades. Left-handed batting. Garrett Shun waits on the 2-0. This one misses, and now 3-0. Kind of the same deal with the last batter. Not a huge problem if you put him on here, because then he set up a force, and they're actually going to do that. They're going to signal the 4th ball, and that will put Shun down to first base for, after a 3-0 count, I guess you consider an intentional walk, but unintentional, intentional walk. And now they're going to have a quick visit to the mound before trying to get the start out of the inning. Shun trots down to first. Long staying put at second base. 2 runners now on. Liam Bailey grounded out to short in the 2nd. Reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Flew out to center in the 5th and struck out swinging in the 6th. Bailey did play last night as well. Hit in the 2nd spot in the order back in Jeff City and singled before being thrown out at second base last night. Then doubled, singled again. So a 3-hit night last night for Liam Bailey. Dropped down in the order here tonight, down to the 7th spot, but certainly, based on the track record, I think is very capable of driving these runners in. Long at second base, reached on a hit by pitch to start this inning. 2 strikeouts then followed before a walk to Garrett Shun puts him at first. Now 2 outs. Renegades won't hold Shun on at first, playing basically no doubles defense down the line. Schmitz now back on the mound, trying to get this 3rd and final out of the bottom of the 8th and keep this an 11-9 ball game. Renegades still leading in the hit department. They've got 8 to Joplin's 7. Outlaws looking to expand their lead here with a clutch 2-out hit. Liam Bailey looks at ball 1 here to start his 5th at-bat of the night. They only batted once in the first 3 innings before batting in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So that's really when Joplin got to work, scoring 10 runs in that time period, compared to just the 1 that the Renegades put up in those 3 innings. Schmitz check of the runner at second, now brings home the 1-0. This is grounded down the line. Is it fair? No, it's going to be foul. Making a dive and attempt was Nolan Drill, and that one was just foul. Did not squeak by much. That was just inches away from being a potential multiple RBI double down the left field line. So that'll even things up at 1-1. 2 outs now, just 1 out away from sending us to the 9th inning in a 2-run ball game. Tanner Schmitz just came in to pitch this inning, pitched last night as well. Renegades do have an off day tomorrow before 2 more games against Joplin later this week. Schmitz will now bring home the 1-1. This one misses low and away. A nice grab by Rocker Bomber, and that moves Liam Bailey ahead to 2-1 in the count. Like I said, it'll be a middle of the order due up for Jeff City. Due in the top of the 9th is Jackson Lovich, Nolan Drill, and Cole Wagner. Carter Gorling power hitting. First baseman potentially following. Bailey now waves the bat over his right shoulder. Multiple checks of Long at second base. Now Schmitz brings it home. This one grounded to third. That one is also going to get foul into left field, and that makes things 2-2. So now 2 times this at bat. Bailey has hit one just down the left field line out of the reach of the third baseman Drill, but it was neither in fair territory, so no harm yet for the Renegades at least. They're going to wait for that foul ball to be retrieved real quick before going back in for the 2-2 pitch. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a 2-run deficit for the Renegades. 2 runners also on the bases is Liam Bailey Betts. Here it comes. This one misses low, and that will run it full. So runners will get a head start with this one, as one punch out into a gap could potentially pretty easily score a couple of runs and maybe double this Outlaws lead, Joplin Outlaws lead. Busy night on the scorecard in front of me with 20 combined runs scored so far and a plethora of errors, and this looks like a kid's coloring book at this point. 3-2 pitch on the way, swung and just fouled back, and we'll have to do it again here as runners will have to go back. Michael Long has had to do that a couple times with the foul balls and stolen bases. He has gotten his cardio in here in this at-bat. Gotten 2/3 of the way to third probably 4 or 5 times this inning alone. He reached to start this inning on a hit by pitch before Max Bruff and Carson Carpenter struck out, and Garrett Shun just walked to get us here. And now a 3-2 count will do it again. Schmitz sets, and here it comes. This one inside, and that is ball 4. Bailey will reach, and now ducks on the pond. Runners at every base. Still no runs in, but Schmitz got work to do here. So Michael Long moves up to third on the walk. Garrett Shun goes to second, and Liam Bailey heads first. Now no more open bases for the Renegades to work with, and Cade Lott trying to do some damage here. Lott does not have a hit. Tonight he has struck out swinging twice to go with a base on balls and hit by pitch. So been on base twice, but does not have a hit. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. This one in there for a called strike to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Cole Cooper waits on deck if this inning can be extended, but obviously Tanner Schmitz and the Renegades are hoping that is not the case. Schmitz now pitching from the windup with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss, blew that one by him, and now 0-2, a strike away, now away from getting the Renegades to the 9th inning with just a 2-run deficit. Renegades have scored 2 or more runs 3 different times throughout this ball game, and we'll see if they can do it for a 4th time as they've got 3 outs to work with, but could be an even bigger deficit if Cade Lott can come through here with no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schmitz has got it, and here he brings it home. This one lined out to second on one hop. Quick way to second base, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning as Lovitz has got it on the bag. So bases loaded, but no damage done. Tanner Schmitz works around it, and here we go to the 9th inning. We'll be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Renegades comeback mount is on the way.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 2-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
Alrighty, here we go. Can the Renegades do it for the 2nd night in a row? They've got a bigger deficit to come back from tonight. They were down 1 run heading into the bottom half last night. They're down 2 here, 11-9 our score. I'm Ben Schmidt bringing you this top of the 9th on the Show Me Sports Network. Thank everyone who's been listening in with us tonight. It's been a really fun back-and-forth game. Renegades held a 4-0 lead, trailed 11-5 before putting up 4 in the 7th, and that's where we stand, 11-9 our score. Renegades are going to have to do with the middle of the lineup. Due up this inning will be Jackson Lovich, Nolan Drew, and Cole Wagner, Carter Goerling, and Colby Ott if either of them can reach. Renegades need 2, and here we go. They'll do it against a new pitcher, the 6th of the ball game coming in for Joplin, and that is Cole White on for the save. He's got a 2-run lead to protect, and here we go. Into the line and the first pitch. This one is swung on and missed. Came with the gas there. That one had some giddy up on it, and that is strike 1 to Jackson Lovich. Strike 1, Cole White on for the save, wearing number 7. Pitching right here. This one will miss. That evening things up 1-1. So like I mentioned, Joplin has used 6 pitchers. Ethan Sally got the start, followed by Kinson Michael, Brett Graham, Josh Harriman, Eduardo Ojeda, and now Cole White trying to finish it off. This one is fouled off into the net, makes it quickly 1-2 on the shortstop for the Renegades. Renegades show this one 11-9, no outs, top of the 9th inning, although they have out-hit the Joplin Outlaws 8-7. But bad news, they've also out-errored them. 6 errors compared to just the 3 so far for the Outlaws tonight. And Renegades have got work to do. Here comes the 1-2. This one swung, hit down the line, but that's going to get foul. Not a bad swing there by Lovich, but could not find it fair, and it'll stay at 1-2. White looks like he has a pretty good fastball. Looks like it's came with heat a couple times this at bat. We'll see what he goes with here. Once again, 1-2 after shortstop Lovich fouled that one off. Here it comes. This one swung once again, fouled late on that one, but got enough to foul it back. And we'll once again do it again. Lovich trying to reach and bring the tying run to the plate. Home run here cannot tie this game as Renegades trail by 2 runs, 11-9. Longer look in. Now the wind and the 1-2 again. This one misses low, and that evens things up 2-2. So a battle going to the first batter of this inning for the Renegades. Cole White on for the save. Believe that leaves Kinson Michael in line for the win if Joplin can secure it right here. The 2-2, the wind, the kick, and brings it home. Swung and a miss. Nice block there by the catcher, Siracusa behind the plate, and that is out number 1. So good battle they're going, but Lovich chased that one down and away. Nice block, and that is the first out of the inning, a strikeout swinging. If this does hang on, I believe the loss of this one will go to Brendan Perkins, who came in to pitch the 4th inning. Like I said, the winner will be Kinson Michael. And Cole White on for the save. But Renegades trying to get in the way of that. They've got 2 outs to work with, trailing by 2, and now stepping in is Nolan Drill. First pitch of the at-bat. This one misses, and that's ball 1. Renegades had a comeback against this very same team last night where they were trailing by 1 with 1 out in the 9th. And this is the spot where they got to work, so we'll see if they can do it again. Drill waits. This one misses low, and now 2-0 the count. Looking back at that 9th inning for the Renegades, it got started with 1 out, and then really got to work and ended up scoring 2 runs. A double, a walk, a single, followed by another walk was what tied the game, and then Wilmsmeyer putting in play the error ended it. 2-0 the count now on the Renegades' third baseman. This one misses, and now 3-0. Huge at-bat at this point in the game. If he can reach and bring the tying run to the plate, 3-0 count. We'll see if he has any inclination to swing the bat here. Maybe if he gets the perfect spot, but we'll see. 11-9, 3-0, here it comes. It's swinging their first strike. 11-9 our score. 3-0 was a count before that one was pumped in there for a called strike. Now 3-1. Renegades down to their last 2 outs. Started mounting a rally in the 7th when they trailed by 6, cut it to a 2-run deficit. This one grounded back up the middle, moving Bailey at the shortstop spot over to his left, and airmails it into the dugout. Did not actually go into the dugout, but regardless, Nolan Drew is safe at first base. Billy got that one on the hop and fired a missile over to first base and airmailed it. It actually went off the protective netting in front of the dugout and stayed in play. So Drew won't go to second, but they don't really care at this point because he reaches and brings the tying run to the plate. That'll be an error, allowing Drill to be at first base. Could potentially give the Renegades new life. Now Cole Wagner has got on base a couple times, was hit by pitch and walked. We'll see if he can keep the line moving. Renegades trailed by 2. This one hit out into right center field. Both outfielders converge towards it, and now Carpenter is going to make the catch out in center for out number 2. I thought that might have a chance to reach the gap, but Carpenter, who's played a really nice center field all night long, ran that one down, and that is out number 2, 1 pitch and an out to Cole Wagner. Still tying run at the plate for the Renegades. They've got an opportunity to be up to Carter Gorling, pitched in the game last night for the Renegades, and now hits here. He came in and popped out to the first baseman in his last at-bat back in the 7th inning. We'll see if he can keep this game alive for Jeff City. Down to their last out, facing closer Cole White on for the save tonight. Drill takes the lead off first. This one is swung, hit down the right field line, going over towards it is Chun, and it's going to fall in front of him. Making the turn and heading to third. He's going to get in there standing is Drill, and Gorling keeps this game alive with a bloop single, and the Renegades have got something cooking. Was not sure if that one was going to get down in front of Chun, but as the hat flew off and he went after it, that ball dropped. Chun unable to make the catch. Now Renegades have the tying run on base on a single to right field by Carter Gorling. So now tying run at first. Renegades trail this one 11-9. Nolan Drill leads off third. Carter going off first. And Colby Ott, who came in as an injury replacement for Hunter Sherman earlier in this game, now bats biggest at bat of the game as Renegades down to their final out, tying run at first. Quick check of the runner at first. Back in there safely is Gorling. Don't know if they would take the chance on putting him in motion here. Already a caught stealing once on the base pass today for the Renegades, so we know Siracusa has a good arm. This one swung on him, is blew it by him there. Is now falling behind in the count is Colby Ott. Ott trying to keep this game alive, potentially get one where the runner Gorling can come around all the way from first base. Ott has most often hit in the 2 spot in the order for the Renegades. Came in as a replacement here. Sweet bat slow in the lineup. This one in there, a called strike 2, and now Renegades down to their last strike. If Colby Ott can reach, it would go back to the number 1 spot in the order for Ross Lovich, who has not only reached a couple times, but hit the ball very hard a couple times. But Ott's really going to have to battle against the guy who's throwing some heat. Runners at first and third, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just off the plate. Outlaws wanted that one for called strike 3. Ott was not going to budge, and that is ball 1. Umpire not willing to end the game on that one. And now we'll do it again. 1-2 the count this time. Nolan Drill, who reached on an error at third, and Carter Gorling, who singled at first. 1-2 pitch. It swung low, and now a 2-2 count. Colby Ott can find a way to reach and potentially move the tying run into scoring position. Like I said, turn it back over to the top of the lineup. Ott's ground into a double play in his first at-bat, the first one he had since coming in as an injury replacement for Hunter Sherman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a 2-run deficit. Cole White trying to finish the Renegades off for good. Here it is. Swung and hit out to left. It's into the shallow part of left field. Coming on to make the catch is Cooper, and that is the ball game. Hung up in the air long enough, and that is out number 3. So the Renegades show a lot of fight, but Cole Cooper makes the catch for the final out, and Cole White gets the save. Let the tying run get on base, but that will do it for the Renegades. Got to give them credit. Showed a lot of fight, trailed 11-5 in this one, battled back to make it 11-9, and at one point in the 7th had the tying run on second base, but could not get it done. They're blanked for the final 3 innings, thanks to some great pitching by Eduardo Ojeda and Cole White for the final 3. And that will mean a Joplin Outlaws win. So after losing it last night in heartbreaking fashion, Joplin comes back to get one here tonight on their home ballpark. They win this one 11-9. 9 runs, 9 hits, 6 errors for the Renegades, 11 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Joplin Outlaws. Winning pitcher on the evening will be Kinson Michael. Losing pitcher on the evening for the Renegades will be Brennan Perkins. And getting the save will be Cole White. He looked really good, especially with the fastball in relief. Joplin hangs on to win this one 11-9. Whoa, that will do it for us here tonight on the road. So no postgame in this one, no happy ending for the Renegades, but it was a lot of fun. One of the longest back-and-forth ball games the Renegades have played so far this season, and now they will make the drive back to Jefferson City thanks to Dock and Norm Transportation here coming up very soon before an off day tomorrow. Well, did not go the Renegades' way this evening, but still a very fun game. Really appreciate everyone who joined in on the broadcast tonight. It was a lot of fun. Battled through a long game, some static issues, but was still plenty of fun. Hope you all enjoyed it and hope you come back to hear me once again on the call on Wednesday evening for these same two teams. Should be a lot of fun as Renegades will get a couple games in a row going. Don't go anywhere. So, signing off for the final time this evening, this is Ben Schmitz on the Show Me Sports Network. Had a lovely time tonight. I hope you all did as well. And I will see you on Wednesday evening. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your Monday night.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best game coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades baseball, the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your Renegades the best. Exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball has been brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Cartier, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com or find us on Facebook by searching the Show Me Sports Network. The Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network, your exclusive home